Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to Xbox Ultimate Podcast episode 111. Yeah, sorry about the issues and the tech difficulties for those trying to watch the show on the other event that was set up. I don't know what was going on. I had everything working on the back end except YouTube just was not accepting the stream for some reason. But I was also late to begin with, so sorry about that as well. So I just suck today all around. But I appreciate you all being here. And we're gonna have a blast today, and we also have an awesome guest today. First time on this show, I think, but very well known in the community because this guy's interviewed, I think, just about everybody there is in the gaming Twitter and YouTube verse. Absolutely stacking up this amazing list of guests, and I was privileged to be able to be interviewed by him as well as others on this channel as well. So. I want to give a huge shout out and thank you for being here to Ham Solo. What's up, dude?
What up? What up? What up? What up? Thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate it. And yeah, man, I'm just doing my best to talk to people about like how they got into gaming and stuff like that. And I feel like, I don't know, something like that's necessary. I feel like everyone talks about the news a lot, but every once in a while, it's nice to know like not only where somebody came from, but where they're looking to go or where they look to see gaming go in the future. So very interesting conversations on there. I've had several different types of people on there. Like Mag said he was on Mav. I got Mag coming on next week.
That happens all the time. I was on a X vlog with Boom like a couple weeks ago, and I think he called me Mag like 8 times during the show. Which was awesome because Mag is awesome, so I don't mind it.
Mag is dope. He's hilarious. Which plug I'm putting him in the show this coming Thursday, so it'll be interesting having him on. But I've had Mav on as well. All sorts of different people like Wilmy, Randall, Thor. In the near future, I'll be having like Jez on and several other people. I mean, like Hargeet's going to be coming through as well. Sweet. So it'll be definitely interesting seeing some of these people just a one-on-one kind of conversation. Yeah. Really laid back and chill. So very dope. Really excited for the upcoming future. But I really do appreciate you for inviting me on to today's show.
Yeah, man. Thank you, bro. Well, I appreciate you being here. Speaking of Hargeet as well, he's going to be on the show next week as well. So
oh snap.
Yeah, it'll be his first time being here as well. Which he would have been on the show before if I could have figured out a way to contact him, because he's one of those like guys that's like, hey, I don't do Twitter, That's cool, but we connected on Discord, so I'm looking forward to that on Xbox Ultimate on Friday next week, and then on Thursday on PM and the PM next week we got King David coming on for that show as well for PM and the PM.
Ooh.
So it should be a spicy PM and the PM on Thursday, guys. You might want to check that out, and then Hargeet's chill vibe as well. He has a great take, so I'm looking forward to that show.
King David got me into like he was one of the people that like gave me the motivation to get into content creating and whatnot. King's he's a cool an amazing dude.
Yeah, he's a really cool guy. Well, let's get to the rest of these guys that you all know in the chat. These familiar faces here. Pong Soul is running behind as well as usual on Fridays because, like me, he's just probably getting home any minute now. Jasper, the realist, the Call of Duty not fiasco. What was I saying? Fanatic. Have you beat the COD campaign yet?
No, I'm gonna stream it and finish tonight after the podcast. Maybe take like 20 minutes after the show and then set that up and get to going on that and finish it. I think I got probably about 3 hours left in it. So
sweet.
Running through it on veteran.
Is that like hard? Is that the hard level?
The hardest difficulty. I was gonna do realism. Okay. But they locked realism out this year. You have to beat the campaign, then you can play it on realism. So I had to go down to veteran.
Are you gonna do realism right after?
I'm gotta go down.
No, there's no point. I was doing it for the achievement, and realism's like realism removes your HUD, so it kind of puts you more into the game.
Yeah,
that's why I like doing the realism. But
yeah, I heard there's a lot like we'll talk about that in a little bit. Hey. Psycho, mellow fellow from outer space, is here. What's up, man?
Yo, how's it going?
Not bad.
Great to be here. Thanks for having me. It's fantastic. I love it.
Thanks for having you. No. What is that?
Yeah. No, I've been having a lot of fun playing Call of Duty and trying to fucking beat Scorn, but that god darn freaking mech or turd, the fucking grenade launcher.
Did you say the turd?
Dude, yeah, he is a turd. But the guy that shoots the grenade launchers, I'm on the third one.
On
and
Scorn?
I have, like,
there's grenade launchers on Scorn?
yeah. So I'm on like there's like I have one hit.
Are they like testicle grenades?
No, so this you put this little egg with this like little alien in it, and you put it in the belly of this mech thing, and it controls it, and it shoots fucking rocket launchers at you.
It's fantastic.
I'm not that far yet.
It's being a little bitch. And then like now that's all my weapon is grenade launcher. So now I got one hit kill. So I gotta every time I get to like almost killing him, and then he like comes out of nowhere and just shoots a freaking grenade right through the little jails that's in there, and then I'm dead. I'm like, it's frustrating. So I went to Call of Duty.
You know how to get him though, right?
No, I haven't beat him yet on the third try.
Oh man. I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it. I
haven't had help yet with this game, so I'm just like, I just have to take a breather from it. I was like,
I'm impressed you made it that far. I spent like 3 hours, I think, on the first puzzle trying to figure that out.
Yeah, I watched you
moving the things,
but I didn't even know that's where I needed to go or what I needed to do. And then I found my way up there finally, and I started playing with the damn things, and I didn't realize you had to hold the button down. So I was like, oh my freaking, like, it was just so frustrating. So I ended up walking around, like, sticking my fingers in all the holes I could possibly find. Nothing happening, you know? Then I got back. Luckily, the chat was able to help me. And I was like, go back up and put your fingers in those holes again and then move stuff around. I was like, okay, I'm going to go do that. And, you know, it's like those phone games, like Unblock Me. You know what I mean? Like the little puzzle games. It's kind of like what that was. So it was annoying, frustrating. But after I got past that, I got a lot smoother experience. So, but now I'm looking forward to the grenade guy at some point, because that sounds like it's going to be
annoying. It's fun.
Yeah. And before that, it's trying to find that sphere to get to that point. I'm like,
I where I stopped last time, I just got the little like door gun thing that opens doors, like, you know, with the lights on it, right? It's got like the symbol on it with the lights.
Yeah.
It looks like a gun, but it's like you squeeze it and it opens the door, right?
Yeah, like a pentagram.
Yeah, something like that. And then I got this little jellyfish thing also. This little, I don't know what it does yet, but
okay. I know where you're at, Mab, and Psycho's over here juicing. That's all I'm gonna say is he's juicing. And this is it's so interesting. This game, I really like that game.
Yeah.
I'm on my second playthrough right now. It's nice. It's good.
It's a hit or miss for people, I think.
Sure. Yeah, it's like Seventh Gate back on PC, or Seventh Guest. Sorry, Seventh Guest, and like Mist. It's like those type of puzzle games with no hand holding with scoring, none. No. And that's what I love about it. That
your hands are in holes, like, sticky holes all the time.
Yeah. But it's funny. People are like, this game sucks. Like, why? Because you can't figure out the puzzles. Like, I mean, that's what it comes down to. It's like, I hate this game. It's like, it's gorgeous. And, you know, the puzzles is just, the light combat is nice, but the damn rock grenade launcher, F that guy. That's all I gotta say. F that guy.
Well, let's get to the one and only, always fuzzy Belvedere. What's you up to, man? You been playing anything good?
Yeah.
Right,
he was playing GT7, of course.
Fuzz may have stepped away.
Finishing the Horizon 10th anniversary event. Hopped in some Insurgency and Division.
Yeah,
hopped around on that.
He did that too.
I've been just playing the GT7, you know, just as always. You're just trying to get my wheel spins.
He has to get that money so he can finally buy a car.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see when Fuzzy gets back in here. We'll ask him what he's up to. But well, guys, I wanted to step right on up to Call of Duty. But before we do that, I want to say hello to all the awesome people hanging out right now for Xbox Ultimate. As always, appreciate each one of you. Shout out to Talos Ray, RSJ fan, Xbox International podcast, Shane, why so serious? What's up? Tony Grasso, how are you doing, bro? Let's see Ham Solo hanging out in the chat as well. What's up, Black Card A, as Pong Soul says. How are you doing? Everybody, appreciate you all for being here. Focus Active. Let's see. Kate's hanging out in the chat. Also, she's playing Gas Station Simulator right now, and she's actually like really addicted to that game. So I think she would rather be playing that than being on the podcast. So that's probably what she's doing right now.
Get your ass in here, girl.
Gas Station Simulator, guys. That game is no joke. Now, I will say, like, because I've been watching her play, when it first started, I was a little iffy on this thing because, you know, it has like this opening cutscene and you're like driving down the highway, and the car in front of her was also driving down the highway, but it wasn't really on the highway. It was like above the highway. the tires weren't hitting the ground. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, this is going to be interesting, you know? But she's been like mightily addicted to this game. There's like an uncle that you have to take loans from, and then when you don't pay him on time, he sends his like thug to bash up your place. So really interesting stuff with Gas Station Simulator. It's pretty crazy. Shout out to Alvin, hit us with a $5 super chat. It says, hey, XUP panel and chat. I'm one of those campaign only guys in FPS games, and that Modern Warfare 2 campaign is looking spicy. Worth the $70 if I never play multiplayer. Well, that's a good segue. Thanks, Alvin, for this amazing segue. I appreciate you. I have not had a chance to dive in myself, but I've been hearing amazing things. I'm going to be streaming it after the show today, so if you want to check that out, you can see for yourself, or you can watch Jasper finish the game. But who's had a chance to dabble in the Modern Warfare
2? Me.
Jasper?
Me.
Psycho?
Me too. Yeah.
Have you played it all, Ham? Yeah. No.
Nope, just Plague Tale and Scorn.
Right on.
And 360 games.
Okay. Can't go wrong there either. Well, Jasper, we'll start with you because I think you're probably further than Psycho. I'm just basing a guess. No?
I'm
we were
further.
talking about it.
You're further than Jasper.
I'm way further. Dude, I stayed up till 4 a.m. last night playing this fucking
No
game.
way. Okay, well, screw you,
You're a
Jasper.
menace.
We'll get to Psycho first.
I
Take Psycho first.
I'm trying to finish it on camera, so I kind of stopped playing it. Like I'm only playing when I'm on stream, so that's why. Yeah.
That's like my life now, Jasper. So Psycho, man, like, tell me. We'll let Jasper go second because you beat him on time played. So, how is it so far?
I'm loving it. There's one mission that Jasper mentioned. I won't give too much away because a lot of people haven't played it yet. It's a little mundane. It's down a desert highway, and I am.
Is it a dark desert highway?
No, it's like the opposite of NASCAR. Instead of going left turns, you go right turns.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And tip for you guys: just hug the left berm. You're golden the whole mission, so you don't have to worry about what happens during that. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about when you get to that point. But yeah, it's crazy, man, because you got to jump out of your vehicle and jump onto another vehicle that's not going to blow up, and it's very interesting. This game is definitely nothing like the what was it,
2009, 8, 7? 7 was 4, 8 was
10.
It would have been 9. 2009 would have been Modern Warfare 2.
Modern Warfare 2, so 2009.
Yeah.
So a lot different. And they kind of, you see why certain characters look the way they do, and then they kind of go into their iconic look, you know, like Pierce and others.
Pierce.
Price. Sorry, Captain Price.
It's a new character this year.
Yeah, the new character. No, yeah. So it kind of gives you the back origin story on that a little bit, how, you know, why they, you know, because they look kind of different in this game and then the first game, of course, and then you're like, oh, okay, this is why they look how they do in, you know, the 2009 game. So it's interesting. I'm enjoying the game a lot. I've played until 4 a.m. last night, and I had to stop because I was like, "Fuck, I can't."
For me,
playing.
it's kind of like a different almost a different take on Call of Duty. Like I kind of miss the like in the past Call of Duties, you always had like these random missions where like you were alongside like a bunch of Marines like in like Afghanistan or whatever, like storming some compound trying to like take down some dudes. And this, I feel like you're kind of more like just like it's like NCIS TV show. Like you're just walking through random streets and random cities doing random shit. It's like I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like that. It's the whole cinematic experience.
Yeah,
What
I miss that like actual warfare where like you driving alongside tanks and like doing shit like that.
Yeah, I mean that went away from Call of Duty.
There is an AC-130 mission, right?
Yeah, there's a few of those, but I feel like a lot of more of it's kind of like just spy stuff. Like just
see, I like the spy stuff. Like my favorite levels in the Modern Warfare games were like in the first Modern Warfare is when you're like in the ghillie suit, like crawling through like the grass and stuff. You know what I mean? And then like, and even in Black Ops Cold War, like there's the level where you're like outside of the warehouse facility or something, and you have you're just trying to snipe, kind of be quiet and sneak through and snipe the guys on your way through. And then I lost interest when you get in the building and it becomes like more like.
Oh, see, that's the part I like about the Call of Duty is like when you go in like night vision goggles, storming some house, like you got to clear every room and stuff like that.
Yeah, like the last Modern Warfare. What was that, like 2017, 2018 or
2019? Yeah,
it was 2019. Okay, thank you. Yeah, that last one where you're like kicking in doors and sometimes you're shooting through the doors and stuff like that, and you have no idea, like, or you can assume someone's in that bathroom. But it's just pretty cool that that you can just shoot through it before before even if someone's in there or not, and you might hit a civilian or something like that. Yeah. It's pretty wild. It definitely makes your heart race a little bit.
Yeah. Those are back in this game, and there's a lot of
they did it worse in this one though than they did in 2019. Because I feel like in 2019, like when you actually went into buildings, you had your guys like in front of you, behind you, stacked up, like actually clearing rooms. And this one, I feel like they just send you in. It's like clear the entire house by yourself. It's like that's not how that fucking works.
Yeah, well, later it like feels like later on it has that formula again. It I don't know why it kind of does that in the beginning couple of matches, because where I'm at, it's your team and you clear rooms. There is some stealth sneaking missions in this one.
Yeah, I like the ones when you go in the houses and stuff, but like what I mean is like, if you remember Cold War, when it was stealthy on the outside, but when you got into the actual building, it was just like enemies just start flooding the hallways all over the place, and it's just like you become Rambo all of a sudden, and it's like, wow, these guys keep just lunging at me to their death. It's crazy. You know what I mean? So I like the realism effect more than I like the like arcadey style.
There's realism in this one. It doesn't like the stealthy missions. It's like it's stealthy, and then something happens. There's a couple people. It's not like it's 15 dudes just all of a sudden out of nowhere just start flooding the hallway. So that's gone. But definitely, like I said, I won't give away too much, but there's a lot of people like some of the later missions, like past where Jasper is. Once you pass that mission, it gets a hell of a lot better, and the story turns, and it's good.
Right on.
That's why I played at 4 a.m.
Better than 2019 COD?
2019 was a lot more polished, personally. This one has
really?
There's some
bugs or like
little glitches, little bugs, and I'm like,
or rushed maybe. I haven't really found any bugs, but you can tell it's more rushed. They didn't have as much time to focus on stuff. It's more linear. It's stuff like that.
There was a little bit of artifacting with there was a mission. There's 2 trucks that pull up, and they kind of disappear, and the people disappear, but they're coming up on you, and you're like, what the fuck? I can't see them because they artifacted. They're gone, and like you kind of have to like move and angle yourself, and then they come back into the screen. I'm like, what the fuck is that? So
my frame rate dropped in the Amsterdam level when you're just a civilian walking around. Like my frame's fucking tanked.
Oh, I mean, that's a gorgeous level because all the rain and the ray tracing. Oh, what is it?
Any crashes or anything so far?
I haven't.
Crashes
The
1.
last Call of Duty just crashed all the time on me.
I had no, that was never mind. That was Cyberpunk that crashed on campaign. No, so no crashes on Call of Duty.
Okay.
At all. So
right on.
No, nothing like that. Just like I said, just a little bit of bugs. Not too many to the point where it's like this is garbage. It's just very minuscule that they can fix with the next patch.
Yeah.
That it's one of those like
there's
it's
also
small.
like there's a minor complaint that I think kind of proves the fact that they rushed a little bit, and that's like this is like so like niche that no one's even going to give a shit. But the achievement art, literally all they did was take a screenshot in the campaign level. You can see in the achievement art, like there's like prompts like hit X to enter vehicle in the achievement art. It's like, what the fuck is this? Like you couldn't take a better screenshot.
Oh,
like,
really? They actually have the graphics and
yeah.
stuff? Okay. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, because that stuff I think is like later down the road. Like they probably like probably didn't put like fuck, we need to kind of just throw some kind of art up instead of just doing like little symbols and whatnot.
But at that point you could just look through your concept art folder for the fucking game. Like
yeah, but
it's just like a minor thing. It's like
it's just whoever did it was like okay, I gotta
5 minutes more effort into it.
Yeah, that's a very short thing that would take to do a little bit better, but it's not gonna really affect anybody's actual experience unless you like using achievement art as backdrops. Some people
that's what I was just saying. It's like it shows you that where they like took a little time away from. It's like you could have just spent 5 minutes. Like
maybe they're trying to fix the artifacting on Psycho's level and decided to take the time away from each
this is where it comes down to me personally, that these games coming out at a yearly basis needs to stop, so this way they can have a little bit more time to if they need to polish, they can polish. They got to delay, they got to delay.
They tried to fix that with their Psycho, because this game's been in the works for 3 years.
3 years
now.
Yeah,
because
if they had 4 years, this game would probably be.
I think that's the way it's going to go, because we're not having a new COD for 2 years, and they'll go back and do every 2 years now. Maybe that'll be the new plan. I don't know.
I will say though, there's like that ghillie suit mission. Like when you first do that, there's so much like fog and shit around. I was like, if this like the island you're on when you're in that ghillie suit mission, I was like, if that was the Warzone map and they had all that fog, it would be like the fucking best like battle royale ever, because like you can only see like 20 feet in front of you because there's so much fog and shit. It's like it'd be so atmospheric just to run around and shoot people.
Are you talking about the Ferris wheel back in like Chernobyl, that mission?
No, I'm talking about like the ghillie suit mission in this game.
Yeah, in this mission, I'm talking about the ghillie suit mission, and was it the first or the second Modern Warfare?
The ghillie suit mission was in the first Modern Warfare. We were crawling through the grass.
Yeah. It's like this one is Yeah. So you're where that lighthouse was. That mission.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Well, after that, yeah.
And then you go find let's go inside. Did you clear those? You cleared those, so yeah.
Because the next mission is the road mission.
Yeah, fuck that mission. Fucking.
I've seen a lot of screenshots and all these things. I will say this, like too, like this is something I wanted to discuss because I think it's interesting. Doing this method right, where they did the campaign a week early release, right? I've seen more screenshots and people talking about the campaign and highlighting how much fun they're having with the campaign and just embracing that, as opposed to like if it came out like day one with the multiplayer, nobody talks about the campaign. Nobody even talks about it. No, you know what I mean? But it seems like they've really crafted something here that people they're pretty proud of. And it seems like I've really only seen positive things. I've seen some takes where some people like it's different. You know, some people aren't going to like it as much, but like for the most part, I've seen like a lot of positives, and I've seen a lot more talk about a Call of Duty campaign than I've seen since.
The only downside of that is like GTA did this, GTA 5 did this when it originally launched in 2013, is they put the campaign out a month early and then they dropped multiplayer the next month. But what that caused is everyone was already done with the campaign, so everyone was like, let's just go play multiplayer, and it destroyed the fucking servers. So because you don't have that split between players trying to jump into different modes.
I think a week difference is good, right?
Yeah.
Because it gives those people like the crazy people that are like, I gotta finish this, you know, like even on a game like GTA that takes a lot longer, they can get it finished in a week, but like game like this, you probably 10-hour campaign, something like that, 8 hours, 10 hours,
if that, yeah,
right? So you got plenty of time to do the campaign. A week later, the multiplayer hits, and then everybody's going to talk about multiplayer and shooting each other and talking shit and all that kind of stuff, right? So I wish now there's not as many of these types of games anymore, right? Like Battlefield launched without a campaign. Halo Infinite would have been the closest thing to it, but it had to.
They kind of did it opposite. They did multiplayer first,
but then multiplayer is even separate from the main game because it's like a free to play. So, but when this is a situation, even especially just for COD at least, like I like that this model of hey, if you pre-order it, you pay for it, you get to play the campaign a week early.
Especially because you get people get to see the actual work that they put into the game and stuff instead of just like a lot of people just end up skipping that whole mode entirely.
The percentages when they always go like, oh, only like 5% of people even touch the campaign. Maybe this will help fix that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, definitely, because everyone that plays the pre-order gets to play early. That's the positive thing.
Yeah.
And then when like Jasper's concerned, when the game comes out, there's people that still didn't pre-order it. They'll jump in the campaign.
They'll get it on disc or whatever,
and then we'll a lot of people, and the people that already pre-ordered it will be straight up in multiplayer. I can't wait. And hopefully a lot of those skins that we get to see later on
they're starting to leak the camos.
So
if you plug in a keyboard on your Xbox and hit like F6, it brings up a loadout menu and you can edit your loadouts.
I think Fuzzy Belvedere vanished.
I think so too. I have not heard
him. He was here before we went live, and then all of a sudden, like he's just gone. Like he's not answering in the DMs. He's not answering in our chat, and like he's not here either.
Maybe something came up in his house. I don't know.
Yeah,
no, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I had the thing on mute. I'm sorry.
Really, all this time? Buzz.
I'm up here laughing and saying like side comments, and it's like, oh yeah.
That's why I'm saying it publicly out loud. I'm trying to get like, are you there? Because I was trying to reach out to you. I was like, what's going on? Because I was getting worried, man. Because earlier I was like, hey, what are you up to, Fuzz? And I didn't hear anything, and then it was kind of like, okay, I moved on. I was like, oh, we'll get to him later. And then it's like Fuzzy's still not here, and I'm like, shit, it's been like 30 minutes, and like, I DM'd him and I had him in the chat just to check on him, and it's like, everything's not okay. But what? How are you doing, Fuzzy? Welcome to the show.
Hey, Fuzz.
Hey, no, I was listening to you guys as far as talking about the Call of Duty the campaign and everything being a week early, and I've yet to tackle it yet. I just got through downloading it earlier this afternoon. I had to make room on the internal drive because I want to put it on the internal, but for the most part, I know when you guys had asked me, I'm not sure if I guess I was on mute when you asked me what I've been playing.
Ever since we're live, you have not. We haven't heard
Did you not hear us like make fun of you? You're like, yeah, he's been playing Horizon and GT.
Yeah, no, I heard that, but I was like, wait a minute. How do you guys already know me so well?
Oh my gosh, that's great, dude.
He's been here the whole time.
Wow, that is insane. So Fuzz, you've played COD? Have you played the campaign or no? Because I
haven't played it just yet, but I do have it at least downloaded. And that was the big thing, like because I've been playing my usual games of GT7 and Horizon 5 with the 10th anniversary and stuff like that. I like most of the day was just getting most of the seasonal stuff done for that, but this weekend I'm definitely going to be tackling it because I went and pre-ordered it earlier today. I think after hearing a lot of you guys talk about it and seeing some clips of the campaign, it's like, I'd rather tackle this now, and then this will hold me over until hopefully there's some sort of like price cut or sale if I want to do like a Gotham Knights. But I'm probably going to pick that up on PC at this point. But
well, I don't even know if that'll help you at this point now. From the stuff I'm seeing online. But there's some positives also. We're going to talk more about Gotham Knights later too. But first, we got a special appearance here because the one and only encyclopedia of gaming, dating back to the very first game ever created, Pong Soul is here. What's up, Pong?
What's going on, everybody? Family, it's great to see you. Ham Solo. I did not know you were guesting tonight. What's going on, brother? Been too long,
Chillin'.
Man. Oh,
Just
man, it's great to
chillin',
have
bro.
you on here. Great to have you on here, brother. I'm glad you could make it tonight. Chat, you're all looking fantastic. I hope you all gave Ham a warm welcome. If you're not already following him, please go follow Ham and go check out his content because his stuff is amazing, 100%. But it's great to be here. It's Friday night. We're rocking and rolling. I heard you guys talking about Call of Duty.
And you fired it up a little bit too, haven't you?
Fired it up.
Yeah.
I fired it up.
I saw your tweet last night.
Yes.
Now, okay, you said a lot. Are you further than Psycho?
No, I'm not further than Psycho.
Okay.
I think I'm through 7 or 8, I want to say. I had a sick dog last night, so I'm running on like 4 hours of sleep right now. So I was up with the dog. But I was playing the campaign too. So
right.
But yeah, I think I'm like through 7 or 8. But this is so far the best campaign Call of Duty wise that I can remember, unless you're starting to get back into the original Modern Warfares, for me at least.
Did you ever finish 2019?
No, I did not finish.
Okay.
No. I wound up uninstalling because I needed the room. So, and I knew this one was coming, so it was like whatever. I'm not just so. But I got to say that I absolutely love almost everything about this. There's some things that could have been better. There's some weird choices. AI isn't always the best at all. I'm cool with dumb AI running out. I mean, I'm playing on regular. I'm not doing the hardened and veteran anymore. I used to do those all the time. I'm not doing those anymore. I want to get through this campaign. So I'm okay with dumb AI just running in my bullets, running out of cover. But those moments where you peek around the corner and dude's just standing there looking at you, not firing, not moving. Those are the moments I'm like, okay. And there was one mission that I thought could have been better. I'm not going to do any spoilers because there's tons of people who have not had a chance to play this.
Is it the Desert Highway mission?
No, it's not the Desert Highway mission. Nope, it's not that one. It's one that would be familiar to many because it's one of the favorite types of missions that most people have played.
AC-130? Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it could have been better in spots. It ended well, but I think it could have been better.
Would have been better if you zoomed down to the ground level and did some like ground stuff and then zoomed back up to AC-130, did some AC-130 stuff and kept doing that. Or
had they just done a little bit more. I thought it was pretty slow go. I was just like, okay, come on, guys.
And it kept punishing you for like shooting too early, which
that too. That sucked. But anyways, overall,
don't come too early.
Yeah, no, you don't. You don't. Premature ejaculation is never good. But I think overall,
just means twice the fun.
Yeah, right. I think the graphics are off the fucking charts. Like these character models in the cutscenes, bro. I haven't seen anything like this.
You're watching like a fucking TV show.
Yeah. And there's moments where if you squint, you get that this is uncanny valley time. This is like it's close.
It has that one actor from like that plays every military dude in like every fucking movie. So it's like,
but yeah, the acting, the writing, the set pieces, all of that is off the charts so far from what I've played. So I'm in the sniper mission right now is where I'm at. Yeah. So I can't wait to dive in more. I actually was planning on only playing a little bit of Modern Warfare, and I was going to hop over to New Zealand and play some Persona 5. Everybody here knows how much I've been waiting for Persona. Yeah. I didn't even do that because I want to keep playing through this campaign. And now I want to finish this campaign by the time it launches next week. And obviously, Mav, you were also talking about whether or not this was a good idea to launch the campaign. I think it is. And I also like the fact that they did tie in rewards to the multiplayer. So the people that do run through yes, you unlock rewards for the multiplayer. So for the people who do get into the campaign, complete it by the time multiplayer is out, you got those rewards. So I think it's a great tie-in, and I think that Infinity Ward is back. Like they are asserting their dominance. Yeah. You can obviously tell that Activision put every single team on this game. You can see it, it's there.
All 10,000 employees.
Yeah, pretty well. Activision side, so without Blizzard, because obviously Blizzard's doing their own thing. But the Activision side, you can see it, and it is shining through right now. And again, I'm pretty secure with my bet that this becomes the all-time seller for Call of Duties. I really think I like you were talking about Mav. I haven't seen this many people talking about the campaign, especially on a Call of Duty that I can ever remember.
Definitely not last year.
No,
that's for sure.
Definitely not last year. And even Cold War, people were more talking about the performance issues than anything, right? That was all, everybody was screaming about all the bugs. Getting it downloaded was a freaking issue, for God's sake. So this year, performance-wise, being able to download just the campaign, not having to download all the rest of the game, it's seamless, and it worked right out the gate.
Yeah. And I heard that
works long term.
I heard that even at 120 frames, it's still gorgeous.
Yes, it's gorgeous. It's absolutely dropped
on a console. On a console.
On a console. Being in the Amsterdam level, I literally there's not too many times in Call of Duties where I've stopped. There's been some really gorgeous Call of Duties, but I literally just ignored the mission, and she was yelling at me or telling me to catch up or whatever. I just was walking around the city. And
that mission, like my frames fucking tanked. Like it was giving me a headache. Like I was like, I had to like kind of play
because I'm on 120.
Maybe it's
because I'm on 120 and I didn't have any tank.
Maybe because you were doing the ray tracing mode and stuff, Jasper.
I couldn't turn on it wouldn't let me turn on 120. I don't know if it's because it was just like fuck with my capture card or whatever. But I don't know. But
this is fantastic.
Are you planning on getting into this game at all, Ham, or is this something that you're just not a COD guy? Or
oh no, I'm totally getting into this. I already have it pre-ordered, and I played it during the beta. But I mean, let me be real. I mean, there's just been so much to play lately that like, I mean, Call of Duty, I usually get into that like I want to have it right away, but it's never really a rush to play. It never has been for me. I've always loved me some Call of Duty, mostly going back to Modern Warfare 2, the 360 one. I mostly played it then. I mean, I played some of the earlier ones, like on the original Xbox, but I wouldn't have considered myself like into it then. Compared to when you had Xbox Live, and I wasn't really into the World at War with like the zombies. I never was really into like Treyarch, to be honest. Like I was always into like what Infinity Ward was doing, and the thing that caught me with Call of Duty, the thing that got me super duper into it, and this might sound goofy, but it was survival on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. That running around just dropping predator missiles and setting up turrets and stuff like that. Me and my cousin just sitting there doing that for hours. Like that was a blast to me. And then on this sounds unrealistic as hell, but this happened. So on Modern Warfare 3, you had the 1v1, 2v2, and 3v3 modes.
Yep.
Back in that time. And I loved that because it gave you a compact map, and it was just like your crew against my crew, and it's just a small, tight game. Me, my buddy Tom, and Austin went 87 games straight, winning in those, and that right there solidified me just loving Call of Duty. At that point, I was just like, all right, I freaking love this game. This is awesome. So 2019. I don't know. I took a big break because I didn't like all the weird stuff that they were doing with like like Advanced Warfare was pretty fun. What Kevin Spacey was in that, right?
Advanced Warfare.
Yeah, Advanced Warfare was Kevin Spacey.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So Kevin Spacey was in that. I thought I felt like from then it felt like Call of Duty was just trying to be really visually pleasing. And it really like some of the new stuff that they were added on. I mean, I was into Advanced Warfare. I felt like more or less because I was into Titanfall, and I was just like, oh, this seems like kind of cool to Titanfall. You got your mech suit on or whatnot, but instead you're much smaller instead of a full ass mech. But yeah, man. I really didn't like the newer ones, especially like I said, just the Black Ops. I never really got into them.
Yeah,
I even purchased the game. Like somebody gifted me Black Ops, the last one, and I played it for like an hour and a half, and I was like, I'm good. It's just I'm just an Infinity, like I feel like Infinity Ward spoiled me, and I just love their story kind of lines, and I also love their what they have to offer with multiplayer, even though they kind of gave me a lot of the same stuff.
There was a time where like Infinity Ward, when they took a big step back, and like when they had a bunch of people leave, you know, the founders left and all these people left, and you know, Infinity Ward kind of was like a shell of itself at the time, and then Call of Duty Ghost came out, and it was like, okay, it's not the same Infinity Ward anymore. And at that time, Treyarch actually stepped up big time, right? And Treyarch
did, but I wasn't
making a name
fan
for themselves. Yeah, because there's more fast-paced gunplay and a different style. But at that time, like with the zombies modes and all the other stuff, it's like Treyarch started becoming, okay, which one's now the top dog, Infinity Ward or Treyarch? For me now, it's like since 2019, that Modern Warfare, I felt like Infinity Ward was back ever since that game, and I've been looking forward to this one. So I haven't had a chance to dive in yet just because I've been busy. But I'm going to be playing the campaign tonight, so I'm looking forward to it. But Call of Duty really starts for me with the multiplayer. You know, I like the Call of Duty campaigns, especially the Modern Warfare ones. But that's not why I buy, and that's not why I play COD. I buy it and I play it for the multiplayer. And what I played of this beta was like the best multiplayer I've had in a Call of Duty game, and that was just in the beta. You know, so I'm expecting that at a higher level because that was beta, so it should be a little bit more polished, and I got all the other maps and all this stuff, and I can't wait for that. That's going to be an absolute blast.
I can't believe they brought back the third person mode. I thought that was really freaking cool.
They changed it
I haven't
a little
seen
bit
that
from the
for
beta.
freaking years. But it was cool nonetheless. Like I'm happy to see some of that stuff come back.
I do like that they made the change.
Slow drip me like EA.
I do like that they made the change on the third person now, where it's you're gonna stay in third person unless you have like a 4x scope, I think. So that then it'll switch to first. It makes more sense, right? Because it felt weird, aiming down sights on like an iron sight and it switching to first person. It's like, what the hell am I doing?
Stupid.
So,
and the rumor that they're bringing back No Russia for next year.
Yeah, that's insane. Like, that is crazy, dude.
If they remake that
that's
level,
pretty interesting.
Yeah, I just don't know if today's society puts up with that. Like,
what are they gonna say? It's Call of Duty, man. It's out there. Everybody knows about it. You know, the Kotakus will have fun writing their freaking articles, and but it's Activision's Call of Duty, so F it. Let's do it.
They'd be exclusive to Xbox. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta do things and ask for the apology later.
One thing that's interesting, right? Now you look at that, you talk about exclusive to Xbox, right? So I was just thinking about this while we're discussing Modern Warfare 2 and the amount of hype there is behind this right now, and how it's kind of recaptured, like, I think the attention of like a lot of gamers, like it really being a tent pole, top tier, like even the people that have been down on COD are back excited about COD now, right? So it's like reaching another level beyond where it's never even reached before. And it feels like the old days a little bit when we had Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2 coming out, right? Now
everybody took off of work.
Right, yeah.
Go to GameStop and just camp out.
And the next game is rumored to potentially be another Advanced Warfare, right? That would be another.
Well, the next one's Black Ops. But
Black Ops, and then So we get another in 2 years. We get a Black Ops, right? And then 3 years from now, we get Advanced Warfare from
3 to 4. It's still
Sledgehammer, right? And then potentially after that, would it be a 4-year cycle? Potentially, if it hit years 2, 3, and 4, if that's what happens, right? We would get what I would think would be Modern Warfare 3. Because if they're going in order with Infinity Ward, Modern Warfare 2,
or
how would they not capture that and go with Modern Warfare 3 to reinvigorate again the engagement that they got from back in the day?
Depending on how they do the campaign, like there's that rumor of a campaign like premium experience they're going to introduce next year. Like they could maybe call that Modern Warfare 3 and drop it like that.
I don't think so. No.
Or by then they turn into a games of service.
Yeah,
it's just
right.
It's just a portal.
I think I think they're going to finish the trilogy again with the remakes.
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it.
But the interesting thing is, what if Modern Warfare 3 is the first like Xbox exclusive Call of Duty? I'm just saying that would be a very possible scenario, right?
It could very well. And then you'll definitely hear, the cries of thousands.
Yeah, I mean that's a big deal, right?
But by that point, most of those guys
be
are
over
going to have an Xbox, or they're they're going to be on their way, one of the two. So the cries by that point will be dead.
Yeah, that's why I said thousands, not millions.
Well, that's what I was going to ask Mav. I mean, he was talking about the success of this game. I mean, with all the Sony fanboys canceling their pre-orders, I mean, this thing could tank. Modern Warfare 2 might already be gone, dead on arrival.
Yeah. Instead of
the hundreds of cancellations.
Instead of buying COD, they're investing their time in writing emails to the CMA to ask them not to allow Xbox to buy COD.
Somehow faking UK addresses, so it looks more legit.
Yeah. My name is Gamer123 at UK, and I don't like Microsoft. Anyway, it's ridiculous stuff that's going on. Here's the thing. It's not worth my time to write the CMA an email. I'd actually it. Obviously, I don't live in the UK, so I should have no right to as well. You know what I mean? But I'm curious how many people are writing these long, drawn out emails. Oh, you know what I mean?
They're actually from the UK.
I'm sure people are going to be taking these bullet points. I mean, they're going to have theses written on this thing. You know what I mean?
There's going to be PowerPoint presentations attached.
I know. Economics. They're going to be economical facts being thrown in there. Macroeconomics and all that is going to be in that guy's little essay.
Oh my God.
I am a human resource manager, and I need to speak to you right now.
Oh my God.
Listen.
No, he's going to say dismiss all of the Xbox emails because it's all conjecture. That's what he's going to say.
It's all conjecture.
Conjecture.
I'm just surprised the CMA is opening it to the public. How are they going to verify anything, like an address, a phone number?
Supposedly they do this in other cases as well. So this isn't abnormal.
It's just straight. It's just a mistake in this industry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Twitter.
It is crazy. I don't know if
it's
they understand.
When companies ask the internet, "Hey, name our next product." It's no, you don't want the internet.
Do not ask the internet that.
What do you mean? We got Mr. McBoatyface or whatever the hell it was for that tugboat or whatever the hell that thing was. Remember when the internet named that thing?
The only thing I like when the companies allow us to pick what the next flavor is if they're chips. Don't stop doing that. You know what I mean? We get to make some really cool combinations from Lay's and so on.
Oreos and
no.
Oh, okay.
That'd
be a delicious flavor.
It's almost like it's almost like the CMA is almost asking people to help them make the decision that it's bad instead of just saying, we don't really have a whole lot. They're like, hey, can you guys look for us and find some dirt and show us why they shouldn't have it, because we're not.
I think they would just try and
adequate things.
Well, the public sentiment is that they don't want this deal to go through. Is probably what they would try and use, but that isn't Can
you imagine in their final results where they say no, we're not going to allow this deal to go through, and they say because, and then they start flashing, and one of the letters is from Pegasus Nation 2743.
Yeah.
The customers in the UK hate this idea. That's one of the reasons why.
It's just oh, this poor little girl is not going to get Call of Duty next year.
The deep fake stuff that some people even do in this community is crazy. That the lengths at which they would go to probably try and do some crazy stuff.
Oh yeah,
I couldn't imagine. It's insane.
Because I got I tweeted something and holy crap, did I get freaking people in my replies are just, I'm like, yo, listen, like your thought process that you're going through to reach your conclusion, where did you even come up with that? Because it is off the wall, like straight up kind of bonkers. Like, if this is how you truly think,
Psycho, you set the crazy bait, and you're gonna come out here and act surprised that you get crazies. Okay, all right, buddy.
I was flabbergasted.
I just actually wonder if somebody from the CMA is going to get catfished.
Oh my god!
I wouldn't be surprised if they get some private parts picks like they've did to what was it, Santa Monica, Sony Santa Monica.
Yeah.
Maybe that already happened. Maybe some of the CMA actually did get catfished by some of the previous catfished by some of the accounts that have come out as known catfishers here, and now they don't want. Now they're being blackmailed.
Hey CMA, dude, I'll meet up with you when you block this deal.
What if we find out all along it wasn't actually Jim Ryan that met with them? It was like somebody pretending to be Jim Ryan. You know what I mean? Somebody from Twitter. Hi, I'm Jim. Trust me, bro. Let me tell you all the reasons this is bad. You never know. Like, this community is absolutely insane. The fact that this is going to the public now is even interesting. I don't know how much it's going to play a factor, but the fact that they open it up is crazy.
It was actually Donnie D getting revenge on Xbox.
Donnie D.
All these years later.
Wow.
It was Phil Harrison trying to get his PlayStation job back.
Phil's about due to get hired by Nintendo. So
yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Yeah, did you hear that on Xbox too?
Yeah, I heard that. That was great.
Yeah, I said either Luna or Nintendo. One of the two.
So I don't know if you guys saw, I posted something in our DMs, but it looks like one of Microsoft's lawyer is going to lead up the Activision legal strategy, and she's going to go to the CMA hearing with Phil Spencer.
With Phil, yeah,
of course.
And that's happening
phase
soon.
2.
So,
well, phase 2.
With Phil being there, I have all confidence because he's a likable.
Oh yeah, because he's going to be like, listen, guys, what is the biggest issue here? Because we'll squash whatever it is. We're keeping COD on PlayStation until 2027
when Modern Warfare 3 comes out.
And and then we'll play it by ear what happens at that point, because who knows, because Call of Duty could be not as popular, because if Advanced Warfare is like how the other ones were. I mean, well, it was an Advanced Warfare. What was it? Advanced Fighter
Warfare.
Infinite Warfare?
There's Advanced Warfare with Kevin Spacey. That was a Sledgehammer game, and then Infinite Warfare was the Infinity War game that was the futuristic robot stuff.
Yeah, so
I hated that game.
A lot of people did. Campaign was cool though. Campaign was cool.
Yeah, that was the one that had the space, right?
I didn't
like the Game of Thrones.
I didn't like the multiplayer in either of those games. Like, I just felt like I didn't want to wall run and use jetpack stuff and everything in a COD.
Well, that was because Respawn.
That was just the
Titanfall had done it better
trend
already.
at the time. Yeah,
right.
Because
they did that. What's weird is why try and copy a game that like didn't ever really take off. Titanfall was great, but it didn't ever really take off
because they said we can do it better.
But also at that time, the Call of Duty community was like saying, "Hey, your games are stale. Let's change it up or something." So they were like, "Okay, well, let's
go super future."
Yeah, and it went fucking horribly wrong.
Just be Call of Duty. Halo be Halo, Call of Duty be Call of Duty, Far Cry be Far Cry. You know what I mean? It changed up the formula a little bit here and there, but like when you start being like Call of Duty be Titanfall or like Halo, we already got those games. You know what I mean? It just didn't really. I never really liked those futuristic takes on COD. I don't mind it not necessarily like with like Battlefield has like near future stuff. You know what I mean? Near future things like Ghost Recon's done that a lot too. I don't mind that stuff. When you go like this like mechs and like shit like that and everything, it's like, okay, Titanfall did it in a very unique, special way, I think, and was very creative. But I don't know if like I want that franchise to succeed. I don't want Call of Duty to be that. I want Call of Duty to be Modern Warfare or Black Ops or take. You can go do something different, just not something that somebody else is already doing.
But I will say Zempella if you want to bring mechs into Battlefield, I'm cool. You go ahead and do that. Buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
if you're not going to
we
make
haven't
another
gotten one of those
Titanfall
yet, have we? Like about
No.
2142?
2142.
Yes, we did. 2142
Okay.
was PC only, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was PC only back in the day. So yeah, no, if you're not going to do Titanfall anymore, Zampella, and you still want to do the whole mech thing and you want to make Battlefield the future, let's go.
2242 next year.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll see.
No, make them Transformers. You know,
Yeah.
Fighter jet.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Transforms to Titan. Yeah.
You know what? I mean, if you could, that's one engine. Like, I shit on Frostbite a lot, but like, if you could make a killer Transformers game in Frostbite, that would be pretty sick. All the destruction and everything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That'd be
Really? Because they've been going back on the destruction of that engine, but
well. You could go. I mean,
yeah.
Did you see they put out another questionnaire though? The new guy and asked whether or not you'd rather have the big set pieces or the leveling of the destruction in the levels themselves. So I had voted for obviously total destruction of levels.
Yeah, because
Don't give me the big set pieces. I don't care
What
about
was
the
it?
big set pieces.
was it
Some
Bad
of that
Company
though,
too?
like
Yeah, Bad Company.
yeah, like Bad Company and Battlefield 3, I think were perfect. But like when you get to like Battlefield like 1 and 5, where like by the end of the game, the entire thing's just a plane
like
in Nebraska. It's like
I like that.
what the fuck?
The whole game's changed. I like
don't
that.
you
That's
hate
a-
on Nebraska? It's my
Yeah,
home
I mean-
state, damn it.
Yeah, and you're and now you're in Iowa, so it's basically the same, right?
It really
Yeah.
is.
Fucking
Yeah.
corn everywhere. It's just like Ohio, corn everywhere.
Yeah, man. Just nothing. I mean, he wasn't lying, but just shut your mouth.
how come these like Midwest like states that don't have anything but corn are all famous for like college basketball?
Because
Because
we
there
have
ain't
football
nothing to
and
do
basketball.
but
That's-
Big
football and
farm
basketball.
boys. Yeah, big
Well-
farm boys.
well,
They
there's-
grow up.
So
Corn-fed
there's not a whole
motherfuckers.
lot to do, and then
Yep.
B, a lot of these schools get
Bitches.
transfers.
Yeah.
A lot of these schools get transfers that like I hate to say it, but like grades not good enough or just a bad pass or something like that. Like one of Nebraska's best players of all time is Lawrence Phillips, and if you know him, he's pretty
Yep.
bad.
Yeah.
Yep. And a lot of families too, Ham. I mean, if you're in a
Dominican
not,
Sue, he's crazy.
yep, if you're not in a good spot and you want your kid to get away, what better way than to send him out in the middle of freaking nowhere, right?
Also, like
Can't get in
my
trouble
state doesn't
out
have
there.
any
Can't get too much
professional
trouble.
teams, so like college is like that's all we have here. It's college sports.
Yeah.
So
Beer, girls, and sports. That's what you got. That's what I did when I was growing up. Not all at the same time.
No, if you
but-
got video games, if you like video games as much as I do, it really almost doesn't matter where I live.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
To be honest,
I
like
just
I
need
like
internet.
I go out
Good internet. Yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
The amount of money I spend to do stuff is almost like damn near a trip and stuff like that. I rarely really like, even when I lived in Denver, because I loved living in Denver. I lived there for 5 years, but the way I went out and spent money on Denver was like about the same amount of money I spend to do anything crazy here to like travel or something like that. Like spending $500 to $700 on a weekend with the family. I mean, I could go right up to the road to Chicago and do that, no problem. I got a Kia, and I get and I got a Hy-Vee gas where I can get gas for like 18 cents.
Oh,
For, like, the
yeah,
whole
you
tank.
posted that video. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, that was insane, man. I forgot about that. I was like, what the fuck? But it's like a cent a gallon or some shit like that. I was like, what the hell's going on? So
Yeah, I got
that's
20
natural-
gallons for 18 cents.
So you fill up your tank with natural gas.
No,
is it propane?
it's just the
Like, what the
same
fuck is
unleaded
it?
stuff
Like, I
that y'all
don't-
get.
What? I don't
It's the
understand.
it's just so our family works at Hy-Vee, and we also shop there as well, and there's fuel savers just like Costco and all these others,
Right.
but depending on how much like groceries you rack up in like a month, but we also get like a discount, so we get like literally anything that we need at this store. They even
Wow.
have like clothes and stuff like that there, so we literally just only shop there and nowhere else. So then by the time
So-
we go to get gas, like I think I spent like I want to say like $300 or something like that all last month. Hy-Vee and yeah, 18 cents for my gas tank.
That's crazy.
I actually had to take it out of the Kia because it only takes 12 gallons and put the rest in my Yukon. You already know about that.
I thought you were to say you had the plastic bags and you were filling up the plastic bags.
Oh yeah. I mean something to sniff when I get done.
I've seen these like these pumps that like I guess in Hondas like back in the day they were trying to push this like it was like took a different kind of gas like and so you had this special nozzle that you'd stick it in and all that stuff, but they're like pretty rare out there because like they stopped. Cars didn't really sell that well, so. But anyway, I thought that's what it was. I was like, okay.
So we do have E85 here, so something like that. We do have like that cheaper version of gas.
Yeah, this was something completely
I'm wondering
different.
how long that'll stick around. I'm wondering how long that'll stick around because I mean, all these cars are going to electric and stuff like that now.
Yeah, electric and hybrid.
It's almost running those cars out of the way.
Yeah. They actually have a hybrid Ford truck now, a small one called a Maverick. I want to own it just so I could have a Maverick on the back. You know, I honestly that might potentially be my next vehicle.
Yeah, that does sound like something that interests you.
Yeah, check it out. Fun speculation colors and have Maverick on the back.
Hey, those colors are nice though.
Yeah, but I'm driving I am driving a Kia now. Also, I got rid of my big truck because gas was just killing me. You know, it's just too expensive. And when the resale values were crazy because like all the cars, I had just bought my truck like a year before that, and I was able to get rid of it for more than what I paid for a brand new truck.
What was that?
You muted, Pong.
No, I was just gonna say. I figured you were gonna say that, Mav, that you made money off that truck.
Yeah,
for sure.
Made money on it, and I went and got a little Kia Soul. You know, I feel ridiculous doing my job in that because I have a fucking ladder that I have to fold the seats down and stuff, so I have to put my ladder in there.
You're like in construction and you're pulling up in a Kia Soul, like
whatever works, man.
In a hamster outfit, he was like, "What's up?"
I've had the big trucks and everything, and you got the stickers on it. And it's all for fucking show. I'm not going around there hauling stuff around. You know, the most I ever do is go pick up like a bundle of shingles or the material or something like that.
You're supposed to have a dually fucking exhaust out the top.
That's not true, Pong. I've seen people running paint businesses out of a Daewoo.
Oh, yeah. Paint business, yeah.
When I first started doing my job, I was using a Kia Rio. I didn't even have like a hatchback. I had a fold-away ladder that I would put in the trunk. You know? But it was crazy back then. I mean, I didn't have any money or anything, and like, people would be like comment, "Oh, I actually love the fact that you're not in a big truck and for no reason, all this stuff." I'm like, I want a big truck. I want a big truck. You know, but then I've got the trucks, and I had trucks for a long time now, you know, for 15 years or so. But like, just like, man, the parking spaces are getting so much fucking smaller everywhere you go. Holy shit, dude. Like around here, everywhere you go, the parking spaces are like so damn small. You can only really fit if you back away, you have to park way the fuck away from someplace. You know, so you gotta walk your ass all around the place. And you know what I mean? It's like if you put your stickers all over your truck and stuff for your business, and you gotta get a special insurance and things like that, which is ridiculous too. Oh,
that's wild.
Rules. Yeah. It's insane. It's like it doesn't really do much except for, hey, cool, look at me. And the other thing is, if somebody pisses me off and I got like advertising by my truck, I can't flip them off. You know what I mean? I have to remember that. You know, I don't want to end up on YouTube like a guy working at this company, like Road Rage. You know, something like that. So. But,
so you don't have stickers on your cars, so you can do that.
Yeah, well, I got rid of when I got rid of the truck, I was like, no stickers on my next car, so I can flip people off again. They don't know who I am, you know.
There you go.
But we'll see.
What happened to Xbox Ultimate? We went way left.
We did.
The BS segment started early this week.
Yeah, the BS segment.
We can
what are we talking about?
Car enthusiast podcast.
You know what I love? Call of Duty is 60 FPS, not like the Gotham Knights.
Oh, God.
Oh, is it? Are you attempting a segue?
It goes up to 120. It goes up to 120.
Yeah, no, but
4 times better. 4 times better. 5 times better because it doesn't even
Gotham
hit 30
Knights
lock.
can't even get out of 30.
So I'm still reconsider. Like Steel Rain had some nice comments about Gotham Knights.
Steel was enjoying the hell out of it.
Cam, shout out to Elk Dude as well. He's had some good comments on it. They're saying it's still a fun game, right? Like I still have my issues with like the fact that they didn't put enough effort and priorities into getting that.
Did you watch the Digital Foundry video?
I've watched a lot of clips on it.
Okay, because what really surprised me more than anything was how good Arkham Knight looked compared to this. This looks like fucking Saints Row reboot compared to
right. Compared to like GTA 5 now, like because if you look at Saints Row compared to GTA 5, it's like wow, GTA 5 looks
or just Saints Row reboot compared to Saints Row 3. Like this game looks like fucking ass compared to Arkham
but
Knight.
I don't 100% care about that in like a multiplayer focused co-op game, right? For me, it was about the fun of it. What sucks was that's what I felt like they made the mistake on with the performance, was because that was going to take away some of the fun out of it for me. You know what I mean?
But the thing is that with Arkham Knights or Arkham Asylum or whatever game, like Gotham was like a character of itself because of the richness and what was going on,
and dark and rainy, and there's people everywhere, and
the atmosphere, and you felt that was fucking Gotham. And like even John's video, he was saying in Arkham you were facing enemies left and right, they're everywhere. And Gotham Knight, he drove for over a couple minutes and he couldn't find anybody other than pedestrians, like civilians. It's like I don't get it. It's like I think he said he felt like it was like a last gen game that was made for new consoles only. Like it could.
We kind of talked to 3-Bit about that yesterday too, and he was kind of explaining his theories on what may have happened with that game, with the development. But I mean, overall, like at the end of the day, like I think I put out a tweet today at Gotham Knights trying to say, well, are you gonna guys do a patch? I'm just hoping for any kind of like acknowledgement or response, you know, to have some confidence with that in the future, you know. But I don't know. I'm probably gonna end up biting the bullet anyway, just because I still want to play it. But Call of Duty campaign is gonna get me by for now. Is this something you've been interested in at all, Ham? Or no?
Oh man, I'll tell you. So watching this game like just roll itself out is pretty much like watching a celebrity roll up to the club, red carpet's laid out, they go to step out the vehicle, get the heel stuck in the drain, fall down,
step on the
pops off, everyone's staring, everyone's staring at you, and it's like, how do I even go into this club now? I mean, that's kind of the way it kind of, and they did it to themselves, in my opinion, because it was like, yo, we're coming out with this game later this year. It's coming. Don't worry about it. It's going to be dope. They don't say anything about how the game's going to run or whatnot.
Mm-mm.
We're just speculating for months on how this game's going to run, how this game looks like a last gen game, but it's not last gen compatible. And then it takes or before that even happened, they announced, yo, we're coming out a week early. So it's like, oh, snap. I remember being out in these Twitter streets in what you would call YouTube, my channel and whatnot, and saying, yo, this is how development's supposed to be done right here. Y'all over here getting things done, coming out a week early. I heard Scorn doing the same thing, and I was actually nervous for Scorn. And then that whole thing rolls out where they're talking about 30 FPS, and I was like, I'll believe it when I see it. No way. Ain't no way. And then I find out the way that they even really figured that out was due to somebody who's reviewing the game, them not even coming out and telling you straight up.
Yeah.
Before I even heard about this whole 30 FPS thing, which isn't the worst thing in the world. Let's get that straight. Like 30 FPS isn't the worst thing in the world. But can you have some clarity to your game and just let people know, yo, like we could have knew this back in April had some time to digest it. And then people would have been a little bit more excited to buy it because they're like, well, at least I know what I'm getting. It took a reviewer letting everybody know, yo, this ain't running.
They wouldn't have confirmed it if they didn't get called out on it.
Exactly. And that's like the most embarrassing part about it. I personally still want this game. I still am going to buy it, but I'm going to tell you the same thing I told people on plenty of other podcasts already. And I said this before the 30 frame thing. I said this game, in my opinion, is $30 to $40. I'm not spending any more than that. I'll see you on Black Friday. That's what I said about that game. I really want to play it because it looks fun. You got the multiplayer aspect. It looks like it's going to be a badass game, and they're talking about possibly adding in 4-player. So I want to play it, but it's not you cannot put that game right next to the shelf next to God of War or Modern Warfare or Starfield when it comes out and have it be the same price. I'm sorry, I just can't do it.
And the thing that it was shocking was believe Pong was telling us is that they mislead a lot of people because the trailers were in 60 FPS. Ooh. So when people were looking at it, you had the thought of it's going to be 60 because that's what I'm looking at right now. But then they come out and they don't even come out. They, as you said, a reviewer said, "Yo, it's going to be 30 FPS on console." And then people are like, "What?" And then they come out and said, "Yes, that's true." But even lowering the resolution, we couldn't get it to 60. Like, are you for real? Like, did you do any optimization to this game to allow? Like, I know if you added FSR 2.0, they could have gotten 60 FPS at a
not even a stable 30. It's not even a stable 30 right now.
No.
From what reviewers are saying, and to me, that's just like, bro, what do you mean you're ready a week early? This game doesn't even look ready to go. Like, who looked at this game, played it, and said, you know what? We should launch this early. To me, to me, that just seems like somebody said, you know what? I'm done trying with this right now. We'll listen to the crowd and see what they got to say about it, but I'm good. Let's just go ahead and launch
knows they can't delay it another year. So they have to get it out, and they know they can't put it out along the same time as Modern Warfare, so they had to move it up some. Like, this is their best bet for bang for the buck for money wise. They can't delay it, and they got to get it out. So it's like, we got to get it out of Modern Warfare.
Holy shit, Twitter went off. All we're asking for is a 60 FPS mode for any game. These consoles are very capable, but it has to come down to optimization. If you can't optimize for the consoles, but yet you can optimize for PC, that just it's a little bit of a slap in the face.
Well, that turns out though, actually, like, that was the minimum specs, but the game's not actually running that on PC either. Like, people are actually having issues even on their high-end graphics cards.
Yeah, so that means it's not.
It's just poorly optimized across the board.
So the game wasn't even ready. So what have they been doing this entire time?
I think they've been trying to get it ready. They just should have delayed it more, and it wasn't ready yet. So,
and WB's not going to delay it more because they're in a shit show.
Yeah, they can't afford to keep putting the stuff out without return on investment, so they just went ahead and released it. They tried to take advantage of the holiday with
as much money as they can.
Because there's a lot of other releases that have been pushed back. They're probably trying to still take advantage of the holiday season here. Suicide Squad also got delayed to next year, so they probably needed a release for this holiday season. And I think
Hogwarts got delayed. It's just.
I think they just let it out. I think they just let it out of the cage, unfinished, unoptimized, and you know what I mean. It's unfortunate that we're in that boat again. With games, it seems like that's kind of like the MO for this generation of games, so far the last couple years with COVID and all these things happening and so many games come out unpolished, unfinished, and get the patches and fixes later. Right. And
I don't know if this will ever
Cyberpunk wrote the play and everybody's running it.
Cyberpunk, you know, Watch Dogs Legion, Assassin's Creed Valhalla even got updates right after it was launched. It had some issues with optimization as well.
I just don't know if WB has the budget to put enough time in to actually get this game fully fixed.
I don't think they'll sign off on it at this point.
I think they just
like
just finished their co-op content and then they're done.
Yeah.
Jigga J says Mav sounds so sad. I feel bad. I've got plenty of stuff to play. You know, I honestly haven't had a lot of time. Like, what I've been doing, my gaming, literally the last week, has been like in bed at night instead of falling asleep. Been playing NBA 2K on my Kishi. That's all. That's all I've really had.
I mean, that's just.
Well, I'm not. I mean, I'm trying. Like, I'm in bed, ready to. You know, I'm not playing on a TV.
Yeah.
I don't want to play fucking Plague Tale Requiem on my fucking Kishi. You know what I mean? I don't want to play, you know, COD campaign on that. I want to enjoy it and either stream it or like play it on my big screen or something like that. You know what I mean? So, but that's really what I've been doing now. This weekend and then this coming week, I should be able to get some more gaming. And Sunday, probably not. I got to work on Sunday also, and I'm probably gonna be gone most of the day that day as well. So,
are you playing Plague Tale, Math?
I haven't started.
How are you going about it?
I haven't started.
How are you going about it though? What platform?
Oh, I'm Series X. Yeah.
You're gonna do it on the Series X, bruh. It is a night and day difference between the Series X and the PC. I know that sounds obvious, but bruh.
Well, do you mean the PC version is better?
The PC version is just so clean. Yeah, you have much more.
My PC wouldn't be able to do that though. So I'm sure you got the PC that could. For my PC, it would look like ass. You know, that would look really bad. So I think it just depends on what you have.
I got the trifecta though: PS5 remote, Game Pass, and PC is the trifecta right there.
That's awesome. You're just using the wrong controller. That's all.
This is fantastic with the you know, the DualSense features and all that. It's pretty nice.
I don't like the haptics, man. I only game I've liked haptics on was is there a game I liked it on?
Spider-Man?
No, I hated it on Spider-Man. God, no, GT7.
It was terrible in Spider-Man. I agree with you, especially that little spitting sound that come out of your controller. Yeah. Hated it.
Yeah,
hated it.
GT7,
I think,
was the only game
GT7 is fire.
Yeah. I don't like it on Ratchet and Clank. It was so fucking annoying. I turned it off within a minute.
It fights you. Yes. I agree. It fights you on Ratchet and Clank. It actually almost tires out your hand because you have those two damn ways of shooting.
Yeah.
So it was whack. I agree.
I felt like I was going to break the damn controller. My brother has a PS5 and I was playing Ratchet and I had to turn it off because I was like, bro, I'm going to break your controller because it feels like I got to squeeze it so hard. Like I'm going to bust it. Like
it almost feels like it gets stuck sometimes. It almost feels like it gets stuck. It's so damn it's like freaking like shoving a rock in.
Yeah. I'm like, no, I can't. I'm not doing that. I'm like, it's a cool feature. To have that resistance, it's nice when you have a bowstring. That's really cool. Things like that is awesome. Like
what?
Pull of a bowstring.
I'm sorry.
I
hated it in Forbidden West.
But it's a cool premise.
It's a cool idea to add like tension to a trigger for like a firearm or something.
How do they use haptics on Forbidden or not on Plague Tale? It is like with the sling or something.
It's just like they got it with the sling. The sling is actually, that thing isn't supported on the PC part. Only like the like walking, going through the grass and just stuff like little things like
little rumble features.
I thought it was nice for a game like that since it's trying to bring you into the story so deep. I thought that kind of made sense there, but I mostly play on my PC with an Xbox controller. Like Ghost of Tsushima, or not Ghost of Tsushima. What's that game called? No, not that. Death Stranding. Thank you, Death Stranding. I beat that with my with my Xbox controller. Way more comfortable because I have the game on PS5 as well, but the haptics get super old with trying to balance your standing. It's just like Ratchet. It feels like a rock sometimes.
Yeah. I hope though Xbox does not bring that feature into the the version 3 of the Elite controller, because people were kind of like hinting at there were patents that came out that they were either going to go with the drum style haptics trigger versus the screw style that the PS5 is using. For me, I'm like, it's a cool premise to have, but in longevity, if you're turning it off for most games, why have it? And that's and the battery life too. You know, it drains a lot of.
Here's my number one request. This is for Xbox, for
Fix the bumpers.
PlayStation, everybody. Make a controller that doesn't get stick drift.
That's where you got to fix those potentiometers. And y'all made fun of me for using that fucking word.
That's all I have.
Bulletproof.
Well, they got to use
the one
other.
thing I like. That's the one thing I like about the even though I'm probably not going to get it, but the Edge controller, the PlayStation one, is you can swap out the sticks. I think
probably why they did
that.
How much are those though?
In the Elite,
$200 for the controller.
No, how much is the sticks?
I don't think they haven't said yet.
They're probably going to be like $40.
Yeah.
Well, you can buy a new controller for like $60. I'm saying, like, yeah, it's cool for an Elite because you're paying $200 out the ass, but like, I don't know, like.
Just wait for like an Amazon sale and buy a bunch of them.
Yeah,
and just never worry about it.
I do like that concept. I just hope that they're not priced ridiculous because they know people are going to get stick drift and they're going to sell even more fucking components for their.
What's the other Elite, not Elite, but premium controller that has the button layout that you can actually pull out? You can have it designed to be like a PlayStation controller, or you do the.
I know exactly what you're talking about, because you can put like
the
sticks right next to each other and stuff.
Yeah,
if you want to, it's super
swappable. Weird. Yeah, there is just swappable. There you can like swap them out. So I forget the brand, but that was like the same premise was what this is. Neat idea, but if they just go with a better company that makes these potentiometers,
or change the whole fucking thing and don't do the analog potentiometers like we had now or whatever, to actually do some fucking.
It's Thrustmaster. It was Thrustmaster that did it.
Thrustmaster. Okay.
Thrustmaster. They also make a some workout equipment for your thighs.
Whoa.
They left the workout business and went on to make controller. Oh, that was Thigh Master.
Yeah, you're thinking of something else in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Thrustmaster 3000. Double
now Matt can crush
setting.
Watermelons with his thighs.
I think Kate got a review code for a Thrustmaster. I'm not sure. I have to check with her.
Is that her nickname? Is that what you said for you? Is that Kate's nickname for you?
Should see who's sending that review.
I saw you shaking your head in very much displeasure earlier, Pong Soul, like repeatedly.
No, I was actually reading about something else. Kim Young-yi, I didn't know that he had passed away a couple days ago, or last week it was. For anybody who doesn't know, Kim Young-yi's amazing artist. Same age as me, 47 years old. And I was shaking my head just because there's
Was that the Yu-Gi-Oh dude?
No, not the Yu-Gi-Oh dude. He died saving a family. Kim Young-yi.
Oh, wow.
If anybody doesn't know, it's KIMJUNGGI. He does some of the best artwork, some of the most detailed, impressive artwork you've ever seen in your entire life. I used to follow him all the time. Died suddenly of a heart attack. We have a lot of younger adults like my age dying of sudden heart attacks, but I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole right now. So I was shaking my head at that. So it was just sad to see that. I had no idea that.
Did you see that people are using AI? AI to make his replicate his work now?
Yes.
And people are like, now you can get I'm like, well, what the fuck is this?
This AI artwork is going to be it's got a positive, it's got a lot of positives, but it's also got a lot of negatives for real artists. It's going to get ugly real quick when people start trying to pass this stuff off as real. It's going to get
we've seen some people on Twitter trying to pass off machine learning art as real as well.
Yes.
Like, look what I did.
And it's going to happen more and more.
Yeah, and then there's going to be a whole legal battle, like who actually owns this shit and all this kind of stuff eventually.
Correct.
Yep.
Correct. I like the idea for writers and for even game creators, if they're trying to get an idea in their head, inspiration, all of that. It's absolutely fantastic for that kind of stuff. But again, it's not going to be used that way. Just like everything else, it's going to be abused. You know, and real artists are the ones that's going to suffer. Yeah. 100%.
Yep. They're going to be people that are going to have jobs that are falsified, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, can you make this real quick?" Yeah, give me a moment. Let me see what my.
Let me just run a couple dozen AI simulations real quick, and I'll get back to you.
Wow. Yeah, you're right. I mean, also like with the, you know, all this machine learning with cloud gaming and you know the cloud development and stuff. It's gonna be interesting what happens there too. With if the level design with all that stuff gets to the point where they don't need like some of the artists or animators or whatever, because it's all manufactured based on the input codes or something. You know what I mean? Like certain keywords and stuff. You know, it'd be.
They're already talking about it. How it's going to bring into gaming. I mean, Matt Booty brought it up the other day for exactly what we've talked about.
It could also make the workload a lot lighter and lighter. You know, that'd be the positive effect.
But you're just going to need less people overall.
Like even like down the road, like 50 years, like what's the consequences of that? Like, do you lose culture because you don't have art anymore?
Correct.
Something like that, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's gonna, and then we're gonna have fucking Skynet rise up.
Where's Psycho gonna get his tentacle porn at?
Well, he can just type it in under AI.
Yeah, he can create his own.
Make it. I'll make my own.
Limited. It'll all be different all the time.
Right. Exactly. All the tentacles that you want. Just wait.
And you can specify how many you want.
Exactly. Every single color, with all different shapes of suckers.
Oh my god!
Excretion, it's all there. It's gonna be great.
16 inches, tentacles, 8 nipples. Keywords. Well, what happens? I don't know. We'll find out. Wow. Yeah. So, do y'all think that I want to pose Fuzzy this question because you were gone for like the first 30 minutes on accident. So. Do you think I asked Pong this question yesterday on PM and the PM with this year that's a little bit lighter, right? With AAA, and some of the AAA stuff's been a disappointment. With the critics, also with a lot of the fans. Do you think there's a world in which Call of Duty is taking the world by storm right now, is nominated for Game of the Year?
No.
I didn't ask you, Jasper, specifically because you're the Debbie Downer.
Given the way Keighley normally does things, like if this was, let's say, before God of War 2018, I would say yeah. But given how the dynamic has changed and the over-the-shoulder third-person perspective, story-driven narrative seem to be the leading nominations these days, and every now and then you'll get like an indie mixed in there as well. I don't think it does. Should it? Yeah. Probably, although Plague's Tale I would think is a solid one. Obviously, you know, Elden Ring. They seem like they extended the time frame for God of War or timed it so it will just make the cut.
Convenience.
But I don't know if Horizon even gets included in that. There are aspects of Horizon that are far better than it was for the previous, but once again, it got overshadowed by Elden Ring. I don't know. It's going to be a weird year, but
we haven't seen the reviews yet. But I'm wondering if the reviews are going to be in the 9s for this game. You know what I mean?
It doesn't matter.
For COD,
I think the IGNs will give it COD.
Yeah.
But I don't think your smaller publications will give it the 9s. They'll give it 7s and 8s and things.
How many are nominated for Game of the Year? Is it 5?
I think it's 5. It could be.
Yeah, it's 5. Open to 5. Yeah.
So we got Elden Ring. Yeah. God of War is obviously going to be there, so that's 2, right?
You're going to have some random Switch game, so like probably Kirby's Dream Land or some shit like that.
Well, what came out this year for Splatoon 3, which won't be, but what else came out?
Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Xenoblade Chronicles 3. That'll be there, so that's 3.
And you got some indie artsy fartsy game that's going to be in there.
Cult of the Lamb. We'll say Cult of the Lamb.
I think that Immortality game could slip
in
there.
Immortality,
because
one of those.
That might be the highest reviewed game so far this year, actually.
Yeah, one of those two will probably slip in there. So that's 4. So then you got one more spot.
It's either Pentiment or Plague's Tale.
Yeah, Pentiment could be a silver lining there because, we don't know exactly what's going to happen. I would like to say that, well, there's going to be other categories that I think Xbox is going to show up in here with some of their games, like As Dusk Falls could be there for narrative or
for sure. All that. Yes.
And also you could see Pentiment show up somewhere too. And that we haven't seen that game, but there's been early previews from people that have played it at some of the events that had a lot of positive things to say. It's opened my mind a lot to this game as well. So I wouldn't count out Pentiment from having some kind of impact with the critics and stuff, right? So they could.
It's going to be divisive.
Wild card is on the last spot. It ain't going to be GT7. I don't think it's going to be Horizon Forbidden West. Okay,
No.
It could be, but I don't think it's going to be. I think Plague Tale would
Elden Ring's
be there.
Elden Ring bumped Horizon.
What's Plague Tale? What's Plague Tale sitting on meta now? Is it still 84, 85, something like that?
I haven't looked what it is on OpenCritic.
It is so hard for a game to get a 90 now. It is.
I don't think Pentiment will get it just because I don't think a lot of people that game's going to be iffy for a lot of people. I don't think they'll get the whole premise and stuff with it.
Right.
What else?
It's
what
that
else has come out
artsy
this
style that I think could slip through or slip in there at last minute. It'll be more of the indie darling, even though it's not a real
I would
indie.
see As Dusk Falls getting in
yeah.
there before Pentiment, to be honest.
I know what I would put in there.
Babylon's.
Babylon's Fall?
Fall.
No, that game.
Yeah.
That game got
maybe some Crossfire X.
No,
A little bit of that.
that's the disaster. That's the anti-game awards. I would. You know what I would put in there? This would be the most controversial pick of all time to be nominated for Game of the Year.
NBA.
No.
God, Jesus.
Oh my goodness.
Power Wash Simulator, baby. Let's go.
Oh my God.
That would be funny.
Man.
It took the world by storm.
Funny. It did. They washed their fucking. They washed everyone's.
Can Persona be nominated again?
No,
I don't think so.
No. Okay. Well, the other indie we forgot about, which was huge on PC and has overall 90 rating, is Neon White. That's probably going to sneak in there as the indie one for sure. I'm just going down the list here of what else came out this year.
I say, I think they probably do 2 indies this year, and then you just have your 3 big games.
That's possible. Neon White is actually rated ahead of Immortality.
I think COD could slip in there as a number 5.
No one cares about COD.
When's did they put The Last of Us Part 1 in there?
Then I will boycott the Game Awards forever.
That would be
I don't know.
something.
No, they
If
can't. They
did
can't.
that,
Really
that'd
be
be
something.
fucking.
Wow,
that'd
you
be
think they
little
could do
more
that?
better.
What happens if it's God of War, Horizon, and The Last of Us Part 1 all get nominated?
There's no
I
Sony
totally
bias
ignore
there.
the awards from here on out as far as the key leagues.
Everybody.
And just watch the commercials.
I mean, we watch
That's it.
this stuff obviously for what just Fuzzy said, right? I'm joking. I'm not going to boycott because I want to see the reveals, right? But
Right.
But as far as any kind of consideration for meaning into these Game Awards, which they don't already, but they lose all faith with me. If Last of Us Remakester is nominated there because it's not a new game. Sorry.
Yeah, but we got to give it 10 out of 10 because it's Last of Us anyway, so we might as well just make a Game of the Year again.
According to some people, you're right.
Well, that's why somebody gave it a 10 because it was The Last of Us. You gotta
It's
give
a
it a 10,
7,
even though.
but I'm giving it a 10.
Did you see the Discord comment from the VGC reviewer? I like VGC and I like Andy Robinson. Really love his work.
Mm-hmm.
But they've had some questionable reviews, and the reviewer on God of War was in the Discord with his early kind of just preview thought, and he actually said, if you're wondering about this game, if you're playing on an OLED and if you're playing on the OLED, this feels like you're playing a PS6 game. So and VGC gave Plague's Tale a 2 out of 5 star.
What?
Yeah, I saw that because they gave it a 2 out of 5, right? And it's not a PlayStation title. I mean Xbox title, but it isn't Game Pass, right? So so it has some things there. But I saw that and there a lot of the reasoning was because of the performance. And they actually, they even on the headline, the clickbait headline they have for it is like, oh, performance issues really weigh this game down. But then yet they gave, what did they give, like Gotham Knights like an 8 or something like that?
Yeah.
In the
Well,
same,
they do it out of 5 stars. They do it out of
4
5.
out of 5, and it was the same reviewer. And
Right.
Plague Tale
what they
has
gave,
better performance than
Horizon.
Gotham Knights. So
I just don't like, unless the game is absolutely like the performance is so bad that you have a hard time finishing it. There's no way you knock off 2 stars.
Well, they did, but they didn't for Gotham Knights. They gave it a 4 out of 5.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make any sense. And now you got one of the reviewers saying that he
did they
like
review it on the
a
same
PS6.
system?
I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good question. I don't know.
So
now you got a reviewer saying he's playing on a PS6, for God's sakes. Like, okay, look.
Well, the way Sony is now, then that might mean that the game is dead.
Well, all the previews from everybody has been off the charts for God of War. God of War is probably going to be 94 to 96 from what the previews are currently reading right now. That's my guess. Is going to fall somewhere in there. Like, everybody is like off the charts with this game. Yeah.
I think it's going to be a phenomenon. Also, I think Elden Ring and God of War will fight it out for Game of the Year. I'm still going to give the slight edge to Elden Ring because of the phenomenon that it was, and it was multi-platform as well, so more people got to play it. I think it has more like interest around there just for that factor. I think God of War is going to be tier 2. So the rest is just about nomination and about showing some level of respect there. I know it'd be hard for a Call of Duty, a game like that, to make it. But this year, out of any year, I could see, just because of the lack of.
I don't think they look at Call of Duty like that, though.
But this campaign that they've got a special highlight this week is everybody talking about this campaign, not focused on the multiplayer. If the campaign, which a lot of reviewers actually review the campaigns separately, right? I think IGN does that as well, and there's some other sites. So if this campaign like stands above, and this game is like actually like high tier, like 80s, lower 90s.
You would have to have that for a few consecutive years. I think it's so ingrained like in the mindset of like people now. It's like, oh, it's just Call of Duty. Like, I don't think that you can put that as Game of the Year. Like, it will get nominated for like best
shooter. Has it ever been nominated?
Best shooter, just like Halo.
Yeah.
Just like Halo. It's going to be the same thing. They're going to give it the best shooter and then call it a day. It falls in that Forza category. It's very hard for a Call of Duty to get in. Like, it would. I just don't see it either. Even
it has to have to be a new IP. Like, I think Titanfall may have got like nominated for Game of the Year or something like that. But
Overwatch won one of these.
Yeah,
yes, Overwatch did. Yes, Overwatch did. Yes.
We'll see.
That was a phenomenon. So
it'll be interesting to find out what the nominees are. What the critics
I think they're going to give it to God of War. So.
Yeah, overall for Game of the Year, I think so.
Yeah, I think, as much as I hate to echo the media bias or whatever, I think God of War will probably get it. Now, here's the thing that's going to be funny. I actually think God of War this go around is not going to do 20 mil. I think it will be less than Elden Ring, and people are going to look at the awards later on and be like, wait a minute, so God of War did 12 in like a 2-year span, but Elden Ring is sitting at like 18. I think it's 16 now, but it'll be like 18 by that point. And it didn't win.
Fuzz, they're gonna bundle the hell out of God of War for a long
They're
time.
bundling it from start.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So I think
that to me tells me Sony knows something and they're worried.
No,
they don't bundle games on launch like that. It's just weird.
I think it only sells less because it's a mid-generation. It's like
because there's
kind of coming waiting for like a PlayStation 5.
Yeah, because people are going to play it on PlayStation 4, right? They're going to hold off and wait for PlayStation 5. But I think that's why Sony's bundling this out the gate is as they ramp up production, and we know now that they're going to have a huge holiday with PS5. That they've been holding back stock, and they are expecting whatever it was, like up 400% or whatever the hell it was.
They're just trying to sell the PS5s more.
It's good. They're going to push those out the door with God of War, and God of War sales are going to be through the roof. I understand what you're saying though, Fuzzy, because I do think, like Jasper said, a lot of people are going to hold back until they get a PS5. They're not going to get those initial sales off the PS4 like they used to. I agree there. It might be a slower sell out the gate than they might have if they had the PS5s out there in the wild like they wanted to. I think so.
In my opinion, I think they could have came out with God of War. They literally, I think, stopped because they seen the sales that could be possible towards the end of the year. I was talking about this on K Mega Show. He thought it was a bad idea for them to come out towards the end of the year because of Black Friday sales and stuff like that. And I was just thinking, like, yo, like that's the time that people want to spend their money is around that time period. And then on top of that, like these things have been hard to get a hold of. So if Sony decides to just open up the floodgates and we went from no PS5s on any shelf to PS5s just all over the shelves. People are gonna think that it's going out of stock right away, and they're gonna see that mixed with God of War on the front and be like, yo, this is a no-brainer. And it would be a no-brainer for me as well if I didn't have that, if I didn't have a PS5 already. I mean, I think it's smart, but just how they do business at Sony, you know?
Yeah.
I think they're also.
Yeah, go ahead, Jasper.
I was going to say, I think they're also holding back PlayStation 5s to bundle with God of War, and then to get this final PlayStation SKU out, so next year they can start producing their like slim models and get those out.
Yeah.
Sony's got a lot of confidence right now. They're not confident in some areas, and they understand they're in a battle right now. So they're making moves that they normally would not have last generation. We know that the holiday hasn't been important to Sony for a long time, and now all of a sudden,
when's God of War came out in the fall?
Correct. They haven't had to do that because they controlled the market, and now they know they're in a battle, so they can't let Microsoft. And Microsoft, this is a perfect year to do it because Microsoft doesn't have any first-party titles coming out. So now that Starfield moved out of the way, so to have God of War, they're going to dominate holiday seasons. But you guys got to look at their VR2 numbers that we're talking about, that they expect this, have 2.5 million by March next year of VR2. So that means that they know they're going to have a ton of stock of PS5 because that's a low attach rate with the VR2. I mean, that's going to be a really low attach rate, and they're still expecting 2.5 million. So there is some confidence here, but I think they want to get. I think we're going to have a flood of PS5s. I think they've been holding stock, and they've also fixed a lot of supply lines. And I think from here on out, holiday going forward, we're going to see PS5s everywhere, like Ham was saying, so that people just can go, okay, now I don't have to go hunting. Now I don't have to wait. I can just walk in the store. I can trade my PS4. I can sell my PS4, go get a PS5, get that God of War bundle. I think we're going to see, it's a different Sony right now than it has been. That's for sure.
And Pong, they trained people to be nervous about that PS5 leaving the shelf.
Absolutely.
So now, as soon as somebody sees it, they're going to see it. There's going to be people out here buying PS5s, no business taking it out of the box, trying to resell that joint. So it's going to be scalpers.
Good luck.
Heaven for a little bit until they realize that, oh, snap. Walmart still has stock, and I bought 6 of these for no reason.
And you still got all those scalpers still sitting on stashes of PS5s as well. That we know. And no one, what is it, like 25% of them haven't been activated or whatever.
Yeah, because no one wants those 1000 series. Everyone's like, well, fuck that. 1100, the 1200 is the best PS5 right now.
If you know, but most people don't know Cycle.
Most people just want a PlayStation
5. But to pay that kind of money for for artifacting console, no thanks.
So talking about
the thing,
go ahead, Cycle.
No, what is he talking about right now? I'm interested.
He just rips on the PlayStation.
No, the older series were good. The 1100 was the question mark because of the smaller cooler. The 1200 is geared or believed to be the better with the smaller die and the right size cooler. So the 1000 and the 1200 series, I believe, are going to probably be your best bets. The 1200 or the 1100 is the one that's the question mark. If 5 years from now or 10 years from now, if it'll still
1200 has a smaller die.
It's only in Australia right now too.
It's only in Australia right now, but it's going to be worldwide soon. And then the 1000, it was the original batch, right? Which had the bigger cooler. All that kind of stuff, which was fine.
They had
in between one where
that's the one I have.
The 1100 where they cut out the cooler, but they didn't have the smaller die size. That's the one that some people claim has more problems than the rest of them. kind of stuff. So
it's interesting. Like I don't know if it matters 100% which one you have. I mean, they're all probably going to perform pretty much about the same.
I mean,
you know,
they got to work within a certain parameters anyway. So.
minuscule difference, but I do think that changes have all been leading up to a slim redesign because
Duster goes a long ways, y'all. Duster goes a long ways.
But how about Target and coming out with the Black Friday?
This is Pong. I wanted to talk about this.
This is yes.
Because all right, so this is what I was trying to say a second ago. Is like because we talk about how bundles and stuff with PlayStation.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And I want to go talk about what happened in Europe last month. Okay. With the bundling that FIFA had with the Series S in Europe.
Yes.
The Series S, the Xbox, like nearly doubled sales in Europe, right? Mm-hmm. So hardware sales everywhere were up. Our hardware is doing really good right now. It did really well in September. Everybody's numbers are up across the board. Like PlayStation in Europe was like up 20-something%. Nintendo was up a little bit, and then the Xbox was like up 100% in Europe
because people are back to having no money and can't go out anymore.
Because you're buying a $300 console or £300 console and getting FIFA, a $70 game for free. And we talk about God of War being bundled with the PS5s, but what did you say, Pong Soul? At Target, you're going to be able to get Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 if you buy a Series S on Black Friday, a digital
for $289, I think.
Yeah, they had it still at $299.
Oh, okay.
They had it $299, but still, the biggest release this year, the one that we all believe is going to smash records, and you're going to bundle that with the
how many
deal in gaming right now.
How many Series S's do you think are going to be at Targets for that deal? I think they're going to have a shit ton.
If they're doing this, that means Microsoft has been stockpiling S's as well, and they are ready for this holiday season. And to have this bundle, what marketing deal? Like what marketing deal? Because when the parents walk in there to start doing shopping on Black Friday and they see the S and they go, oh, this can play the new Modern Warfare? Oh my God, the kids want the Modern Warfare. I get it for free with the S. It's $299 instead of spending $599 on a God of War bundle, and I still got to buy Call of Duty. You know those kids are getting the S.
And
you know the kids are getting the S.
Yo, Pong. They're just like, yo, you want us to keep Call of Duty like this?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Let's flip that console price.
Right.
What do you do about that?
Right. Because I thought they would slash the S price, but this is almost better because Call of Duty, again, when this thing launches next week and it starts, even if the masses aren't hearing about the Call of Duty yet, as this spreads like wildfire, we all know it is, as the multiplayer gains, because we played the beta, we know what this thing's going to do. And as it gets out there by Black Friday, there's going to be people hunting. And this is like the perfect deal. Like I said, what marketing deal? This puts Xbox like right there, front and center.
And the parents are like, oh, and I can get one for his little brother and they can play something together for Christmas. It's like, get two for the price of one.
Right. Right.
So
the thing is, the PS5
I seen the PS5 commercial and walked out the store with the Series X.
Yes. Well, Sony had that PS5 bundle for Call of Duty like a week or so ago on their website, and they actually still charge you extra for it. It was like $559 for the PS5 bundle.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah, this is like a special Target promotion, but I wonder, because that was just an early thing that we saw. I wonder what other things are going to be out there. Because
I wonder if Amazon's going to pop up.
And Microsoft's obviously being really aggressive with these retailers, trying to be able to make it for them to be able to move these Series S's at a crazy price.
We just had that bundle where you get a free controller for like $250 on a Series S or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Do you think somebody's going to do the crazy shit and have a Series S for like $199 or $229 or something like that?
I thought we could see one or two $199s. I thought somebody would do it. So we'll see.
Yeah. They got
done. I already seen the $229.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I thought I already seen that.
Yeah. $229 that we've seen. There's a refurb with soccer. I forget whatever soccer it is for
FIFA.
Yeah, I think it's like $189 for a Series S, but it was a refurb Series S. So the refurbs that are being commissioned from Microsoft are now going to stores as refurbs, because there's some places that sell refurbs. but certified refurbs, and that you can see lower prices. And same thing with the we will see probably more likely with the Series X's too, when all those, in the beginning there were a couple issues here and there. Same thing with the PS5s, whatever certified PS5s that they get were fixed, whatever, and you'll start seeing those going out in the public probably here soon, to help with demand for the moment.
Yeah.
The one thing though with the PS5s is that new, if they are using that new 5 nanometer chip die, if they're using that, then that's why we're seeing a huge stock coming.
Yeah, that's already been confirmed. Like, people have taken part and showed that it's a smaller die just by 1 nanometer.
Yeah. So is it a 6 then?
Yeah,
So
it's just 6.
Okay,
It was
so
yeah.
So they went with the 6. So that more supply, because the 7s were
Yeah, you
ones
can
that were
punch
the
out
shortage.
more chips on the same board than you can.
Yeah, so that's we'll see if Xbox decided to do that too. But I'm not sure. We have not heard anything yet with that a smaller die.
Yeah, I'm
or
surprised we haven't
revision.
heard anything about a revision for an Xbox.
I
Unless
don't
they
know
just
if they
did
were-
it behind the scenes.
I think if we're gonna potentially see one later on down the road, but for right now, I think they're set because the Series S is already like what you would want
For
as a
X-
revision. You know what I mean? For like that.
Yeah, I'm
other
just like
market.
surprised we haven't saw a smaller X though.
I would like the
The-
X without a disk drive. for
they're
like
probably
$100
working.
less.
They're probably working on something possibly.
Yeah.
With a, but the thing though, if it gets smaller, it's going to be smaller in width.
Well, you
height.
take like an inch off the top and an inch off the side or something like that. But
Yeah. So the only way they really could go down with if they make the board smaller, I guess, and shrunk.
yeah, I guess it would be better to take it off the top, because then you could keep your same fans. Because if you take it off the sides, then you have to change the fan size. So just cut it down
Yeah.
from the top.
Yeah. So we'll see what
I have
they-
a
if they-
cube, a Series X cube, maybe in the future.
Yeah, but the problem with that is their boards are already cut in half because it's a sandwich. So yeah,
It's hard.
It's interesting.
It's hard. We'll see what they decide to go with. And I'm surprised they haven't mentioned a revision. And the revisions happen all the time. I mean, we look at the 360. They did the core and the premium, and then they did the elite, and then they did the slim, and then they went with the E, or whatever the fuck that.
Yeah, the
Economy.
Xbox 360E. Yeah.
Yeah, so the revisions were there. That's the same thing. This 1200 revision for PS5 is the step before the slim. They were just, we saw the board was so much smaller. There was just so much. I mean, the SSD was just sticking out. Like, all they had to do is reposition that SSD to different configuration, or somehow with on the board.
That new
and then
PS5 model is like an empty shell with like just a very small
Yeah,
like
the top
internals.
third is empty.
It's crazy.
So it's like, what is it cooling down now? The fans up there are cooling nothing. It's like, what is it cooling
I hear
down?
if you blow into it, there's an echo.
Yeah.
It's insane. Like
$70 games.
what it is crazy that they jack the price up, and then there's only bundles to buy, but like that's going to do extremely well. I think all these consoles are going to go fucking crazy this holiday. Switch also has a lot of games out there too, so there's still
Pokemon comes out next month for it, so that's gonna be big.
You got Pokemon, you got Bayonetta just hitting, then you got Xenoblade Chronicles 3 just happens, as Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope just happened to also. So you got a lot of titles right now on the Switch. I think Xbox is being smart, like with their bundle deals at these retailers, giving a really good price on the Series S and focusing on these big third-party, like casual type audience games to really push those consoles out, because they don't have the big first-party huge attention getter this year, right? So focusing on Call of Duty and the Black Friday ads, focusing on
the Series S
stuff
is
like that
cheaper
is
than
crazy.
a fucking Switch bundle. It's fucking stupid.
It is. What is the performance like of Call of Duty on a Switch? I mean, not on a Switch. I'm sorry. I take it back.
Non-existent.
I take it back.
Zero.
frames.
It's like 10 frames.
A Series S. What is the performance on a Series S for Modern Warfare 2? Can it's 60?
It's 60. I don't know.
Is it
may have
1080
120.
60 and
14?
120.
It might have 120
1440p for 60, 1080p 120.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So you can do 120, 1080 on a fucking Series S on Modern Warfare 2?
Yeah.
And you're gonna be able to get a Series S and Modern Warfare 2 for $299. And if you're a red card member, you can save additional 5%. All you gotta do is tie it to your checking account. You don't even have to sign up for a credit card.
Yeah, just get a job at Target for a week too, and you get employee discount.
Get another 10%. But like seriously though, like okay, so you take that off the 5% if you're a frugal person and you want to get every deal you can. So that's saving $15 off, right? So that's $285. $285 for a Series S and a $70 game. And you can play
cheaper than the monitor that you need to freaking play it on.
Yeah, it is. And you can, that's true. And you can play Modern Warfare if you have that 120 hertz monitor, which because this is 1080 120, you don't actually necessarily need HDMI 2.1 for that. I don't think. I think you can do HDMI 2.0.
I don't have two. I have 2.0. I don't have 2.1.
As long as you have a 120 hertz monitor or display or TV, then you can actually do 1080 120 on this, which will be way more common on TVs out there than 2.1 right now. So there's a lot of gamers that could get and be able to play at 120 fucking frames per second Modern Warfare 2 for $285 and a brand new next gen console this holiday season. That is insane.
It's not a next gen console, Mav.
And you know Game Pass is gonna be there's gonna be some sort of like free month of Game Pass or something thrown in there as well. And if you get that near Black Friday, you're just in time for High on Life.
Yeah. And if they announce the family Game Pass here in November,
which they got to, I think that will be insane.
Clutch.
I also want them to announce the game ownership for Game Pass as well, like for xCloud gaming, to really push that storefront aspect of if you buy a game, you can play it anywhere, not just Game Pass anywhere. If I buy a game, I want to play it on the PC browser. I want to play it on my cloud consoles or cloud streaming anywhere I am. Because
you ever use remote play?
Yeah, I do, but it only works good from the house. You can't do it from anywhere else, right? So.
Oh wow, I've used it all over the place. I'm surprised you haven't.
So you can connect your console like out of the house, like.
Oh yeah. I've connected to my console from Florida.
Really? It always says it failed to connect when I try that. I assumed it wasn't a feature or something. I don't know. Maybe I just need to keep trying.
Yeah, that's just keep pushing, brother. Just keep pushing.
Keep pushing. Okay, I will. I thought you could only do xCloud streaming, like
nah,
Game Pass streaming.
No, you can do remote.
No, my daughter was in the hospital, unfortunately. But whenever she went to sleep, and this was like this was like back in like June or July. Whenever she went to sleep, might I add, I was about 45 minutes away from my crib. I was playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey before it came to Game Pass, because back in June it wasn't in Game Pass. So I was playing Odyssey with my phone and a controller. That's all I needed.
Yeah, back in the day, I used to be able to connect with my Vita and to my PS4.
But I thought that was still only at work. The house.
No, I used to connect at work.
What?
And stream to my Vita. Yeah.
As long as
I thought it was on.
Xbox
I thought you had to be on the same network or some shit.
No. It just has to be on standby, I think.
Yeah, it just has to be. Yeah, you just have to have a console available so that it can find it through the internet.
How did I not?
Yeah, it makes you run a test. It makes you run like it makes you run a remote play test before it allows you to do it. So all you have to do is go through there and make sure it's going to make sure that you put your console in standby mode, and then it runs a little test, and then your phone can connect from anywhere. If you have your phone connected to your Xbox right now, you probably already did it.
Well, I play them in my bedroom all the time on my phone. You know what I mean? Through console streaming.
Well, there you go.
Mav just assumed you had to be on the same.
So here I go. No, exactly. Because
no.
Right, so
if
Xbox app,
you're already
right?
doing it.
But you're on the same Wi-Fi, Mav.
I know, but here it would work now.
You can use mobile. Yeah, I was gonna say you can use this mobile data too.
Yeah.
Okay.
It runs like hot ass.
So I'm gonna.
You can try it.
All right. So I'm gonna try and run it from my fucking. I turned Wi-Fi off, so I'm gonna try and run it from mobile. I want to see if I can get this to work. Okay.
It's gonna be funny.
Okay.
All right. So hold on. It's looking. Oh my! I forgot I have a really shitty signal in this room. Also.
Oh, even better.
Yeah. Okay.
Better.
So I sometimes when I'm sitting here, I don't even get phone calls because like.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah. So
you might get like one tile
phone
loading
calls.
off of your UI.
Wait, do you have a?
I don't know if y'all
can.
can see. I got like 2 bars on my LTE right now.
Yeah,
See
I
that?
can barely see it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I got,
it says
okay.
4G. Yeah, so
Yeah,
that
I
usually
got
means
4G 1
Ain't
bar.
right.
So I'm gonna try and connect to the remote play on this device. It's an option. So we're gonna see.
Yeah, it'll
Yes,
pull up
I got
like
my rocket
like
ship.
it's going to Game Pass, and then it should pop up your Xbox.
Yeah, my Xbox is right here. I know my
Usually-
Xbox is in standby because I always play on this thing. You know.
Up there it is.
Yeah,
What?
it's
Xbox.
connected.
This is insane. One bar and 4G.
Now
It's going to probably ask you for a controller.
Yeah, it says connect a controller.
Yeah, just try tomorrow at work or whatever.
Well, when I'm at
Yeah.
work, I'm like not in the office. I'm driving or I'm like
Oh.
at a customer's house. So like,
Well,
it would
just
be,
say you're gonna go take a shit and then just play Game Pass.
Grab your
There
razor
you go.
key.
excuse me, customer, can I take a shit in your house? So I go play. Like, hold on, let me get my Kishi. No, I don't think that's how it's gonna go. Why do I fucking hear?
I have an upset stomach. Hold on.
Sorry, why do you fucking hear like chanting monks from the
Walk
fucking
out the
bathroom,
bathroom sweating. What were you doing in there? Elden Ring.
To be honest with you, right now from the bathroom, all they'd hear is 4-3. That's splash town for Mav. Luca going crazy. What's going on? I'm sorry. So yeah, that's crazy though. Oh my god, I learned something new.
You're welcome, I guess.
Thanks, man. I'm sorry your daughter went to the hospital, but I'm glad you found out that feature when she was there.
Oh, I was using it long before that. I was using
Oh.
it like around like I first started using remote play heavy when Phoenix Rising came out.
Really?
Because I used to take I used to work for an indoor skydiving company. I used to teach people how to fly, and in between classes I'd play some Phoenix Rising for a little bit. And then my manager used to play Call of Duty Mobile all the time. We used to just switch back and forth.
That's crazy.
Fun times.
The more you know, right? It's insane.
Yeah, dog.
Knowing is half the battle. Yo, Joe. Let's go.
There you go.
Get your knowledge up, Mav. Yeah.
I feel like a fraud right now. I feel like a fucking fraud. No, I did try and launch it the other day in Carline just to see, to be honest. And I was like, okay, I don't think it's going to work. And it failed to connect, right? For whatever reason. But that happens sometimes randomly. It'll fail to connect even like on Wi-Fi.
I just wish they had touch controls.
Yeah,
I wish it had touch controls.
They do on
Yeah.
some games, I think, don't they? Like, was it Sea of Thieves?
Not-
has that? or
I don't
some
think
shit?
they do on the
Not on
console.
remote play.
Yeah, not on
Not on remote play.
No. Gotta have the Kishi or controller itself.
This is making me want one of those fucking Logitech G Clouds or Razer devices even more now. Which
The
I
drawback is you won't be able to do that without Wi-Fi on the G Cloud though.
yeah.
I don't think it has a set. It doesn't have a cell connection.
Right.
Well, just hotspot your cell phone.
I'm
There you
sure
go.
that's going to work amazing.
I thought the new Razer one runs
Yes.
off of mobile data.
Yes, they will
Yeah.
have a mobile version. They're
For
gonna have a completely
$5.99.
wireless version, but they'll have a
That's
mobile version.
insane for $5.99.
no, it's not $5.99.
Just get a Steam Deck
Is it?
at that point.
It's not $5.99. Which one's the $5.99 one?
Is there
then?
a
Yeah, it is.
$5.99?
Oh, it's
It's
the mobile.
$5.99?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
$4.99,
thought it was-
$3.99.
but you're gonna be
For
able
the
to throw it on your
Wi-Fi.
Verizon bill. So whatever.
Yeah,
I thought it was-
$3.99 for the Wi-Fi, and then there is a $4.99 Founders
Dude.
Edition and $5.99 cell phone or
Yes.
the 5G.
Our Verizon bill is already so
Ugh.
fucking crazy, dude. Oh
well,
my
it's about
God.
to
What's an extra $20? Come on,
It's-
Jesus.
Kate, guess what?
It's probably because I
That's
put
coming
that.
with another
it
product.
I
probably
need
because
this device.
Hey, how
I
about
need-
you
I
stop
can't-
charging your VC to your Verizon bill? How about that?
Caitlin, I need this device. I know I said I got the Steam Deck so I could play mobile, and I know I also said I got the Kishi so I could play Xbox mobile, but now I need this one so I can play this.
But that's how she paid for gas station simulator too. She put it on the fucking Verizon bill.
Jesus Christ.
It's so,
Oh,
so
no,
amazing.
Verizon
Then
bill's
I get the bill.
$1,000
Why
this
is
month.
the Verizon bill so high? What is all this?
Well, I got a the whole new Razer handheld.
Yeah. Had to buy some more VC, some more packs.
Bro, season 1
Daily.
ended today, so I gotta get back on there and see what's new for season 2.
Of what?
My team, NBA 2K.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, sorry.
I got, dude. I didn't hit level 40 though, man. I only hit level 35. I didn't get the Pippin.
I think Gaylor got level 40.
Did he on my team? What I realized was I wasn't doing the challenges properly. Like there was a lot of ones that I wasn't taking advantage of. I should have played more domination, and I should have done a lot of the challenges on like the domination like 1 stars just to rack up the stats to get those XP.
Yep.
Next season 2, I'll 100% slam dunk the fuck out of that levels. So
Is that a pun or is that actually what you're doing?
that was not a pun. That was not intentional. Actually, it just came out. Man, I've been playing too much 2K. All right, Kate says y'all stop. I think she means they encourage me to get the Razer $5.99. I want that motherfucker. I'll tell you.
No.
The only thing
Kate, he needs to have it. We need to know he needs to review it so we know exactly in step by step of what this thing could do. We need that. So Kate,
But
he's
the
gonna have to
thing
buy
is,
it.
It's part of the show.
I feel like I already know what it can do because I pretty much already have that because I put my phone on a Kishi,
Exactly.
which is exactly
so
what
you
this
don't
is.
need this.
Which is, but
Dude,
I need
that's
my
exactly why I don't want it.
But I
It
need my
just-
phone.
It, like doesn't sound appealing at all.
Did you say Caitlin actually bought Gas Station Simulator though?
She did. She loves it, dude. She's addicted to that shit right now.
You know what I find funny is after the whole power washing simulator and how big it blew up, I saw PlayStation promoting Gas Station Simulator.
Did you?
Yeah, they were advertising it. Yeah, PlayStation's actual Twitter account was promoting it.
I've seen that too.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting because their fans seem to make fun of all the simulator games, and they
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
You know,
Xbox playing Parlor Shimmer because that's all they got to play.
Game Pass fodder.
Yep. Yeah, I thought that was funny today.
Kate says, I'm starting to think this is all a joke on me. It's for the channel. Yeah. Hey, babe, I gotta get this for the channel. Like, I was trying to use that excuse as to get Gotham Knights on Twitter. It's like, should I get this to stream it for the channel?
Man, I actually think at this point now, it's time to, register Xbox Ultimate Fun Speculation as a business so you can start writing things off.
Yeah.
I think you're at that level.
Well, I'm gonna have to pay taxes and stuff.
You need that.
So it's like,
Yeah.
that's
2023
Right. That's what I'm
Ford
saying.
Ranger
You need
Maverick.
write-offs. So
Yeah.
you can buy the, razors and write them off.
Right.
Buy
Ford
your
Maverick.
PC.
Did you hear that?
Write it
Yeah,
off.
buy
Buy
the
the
Ford
Maverick.
Maverick.
put fun speculation stickers
Yeah.
all over it. Write it off.
Yeah,
Business
it's
truck.
business.
I-
It's a
Yeah,
business
in
truck.
Pennsylvania,
I'm just gonna
for,
start
at least from a state purpose, you definitely like when you buy a truck and you put
Yeah.
advertising on it. It's your own company. Yeah, you get
Yeah, I could
your
put
registration fees
Yeah.
back and a lot
Part
of
of
other
the,
stuff.
part of the
back, too.
payments.
I could put fun speculation stuff on there. I could actually set up a streaming station from in the truck, and I could exclusively run.
There
Get-
you go.
yeah,
Get
get
the
run
Wi-Fi
fun
upgrade
speculation
on that
from
truck so
inside
you
the
can
truck.
test out Wi-Fi streaming in the middle of Texas and just be like,
Yeah.
look, Xbox Game Pass works here.
I can just drive around and I can just drive around. We're just driving around trying to
Can I
test
stream
out
here now?
how good the
Good.
connection is for xCloud everywhere.
Yeah.
I can still play.
I'm in Waco, Texas today.
Waco. Well, there's some Branch
I'm playing
Davidians over there.
Forza
See those
in
guys?
Mexico.
Yeah. It's like, what's his face? Who is it that does the show From the Road? Sean Capri, right? Is it Sean? I forget who it is. He does the drive. He does the drive, and he does the podcast while he's pulling up the McDonald's drive-through and stuff. He does
Really?
a bunch of that stuff.
Yeah, I watch like Storm Chasers sometimes. They're just like chase
Yeah.
tornadoes.
Yeah.
They do that. So
Yeah, they do that all the time. So you could do it too. It'd be freaking amazing.
Yeah,
Chasing
let's
Wi-Fi
go.
signals.
Today, live on PM in the PM. I'm driving to Pong.
Yeah, it's cold here in Minnesota.
Yeah, it got down to like 28 here in Kentucky the other night.
Wow.
Oh, it was a freezing 52 here last night in Florida, and everyone's bitching, and I'm in shorts. Like, holy, this is fantastic.
See, Alvin says, "Nah, don't do write-offs. Just get comp review copies. Work your hookups." I could try and do that more. You know what I mean? I don't really try to do that stuff very often. I feel like I would be indebted to actually finish the game if I got a review copy. You know what I mean? And at that point, it feels like work. And I don't want to force myself to finish things because I don't usually finish games. You know what I mean? And if I'm not liking something, or I don't want to have to finish it to review it. And I don't want to put out a review unless I finish it, because then I feel like a fraud. You know?
No, just do impressions.
Yeah.
Initial impressions.
But like, I know you can do that stuff with streaming, right? Like, people will give codes for streamers and stuff like that as well, which I do. That's more of what I do anyway, right? So, but still, if I'm not liking it, I don't usually like to stay playing a game for that long. So I don't know how they feel about that stuff. It's just interesting. All that stuff.
Then you just write in your review, this game's so bad I couldn't finish it. Fuck this game.
So I'm just.
IGN does it all the time.
I'm waiting for them to reach out to me. You know what? When you want to deal with fun speculation publishers, you come find me. I will stream your game if I find it worthy.
I think
Okay.
that works the other way around.
Oh,
I'm putting myself on a pedestal, motherfuckers. You
he's
hear
putting
this?
down the gauntlet.
And if your game sucks, I will tell the world. I won't lie.
And he's friends with Major Nelson, so send him codes.
Oh man. Kate's telling me to shut up. I'm so dramatic. Yeah, a little bit.
Hey, Kate, you're gonna put that Razer key or whatever, that Razer handheld on your account for me too. So you
well, I kind of wish I'm more interested in the Logitech actually, because the controller's built in. You know what I mean? Because like, I already play on a Kishi. So I want a new experience, you know, instead of like the same thing.
Well, it is. It's a handheld tablet with the Kishi to it, but glued together. It doesn't come.
No,
off.
the Kishi comes
I
off.
can't even hear Kishi without thinking of WWE. I can't.
Yeah, on the Razer Edge, the Kishi, you can take it off. Just like it's like a Kishi version 2 with haptics, but like that's the only difference. It's still a Kishi, you know.
Well, what's it then? Okay, I'm not.
It's because they have the benefit in it. It's actually a really strong mobile game device because it has that new Snapdragon chip in it, right?
Yeah, they just took a bunch of their phones and then put Kishis to them, pretty much.
So isn't it the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra the same thing?
I don't know if that has that.
It's close.
Snapdragon.
It doesn't have the Snapdragon in it though. The new chipset.
Yeah, they're supposed to.
Ultra
That's
have it.
like they built that like purely for like mobile gaming, like hardcore mobile gaming, right? Like to push the limits on it. That's the thing that
It's got the
potentially
same
interests
screen.
me. But like most mobile games, I'd be content playing on my phone anyway. Like, so I don't know.
Isn't that would be the same thing as what's that? The ROG, Republic of Gaming.
Yeah, they make a like a modular phone or some shit, right? That
Yeah,
Yeah.
they make a phone that's like fucking crazy.
yeah, it's
spec.
like gamer phone or whatever. Yeah,
like beyond gamer phone. Like
yeah, like they make a case where it comes like with a fan on the back that you can put on to cool your phone.
It's
like-
insane. It's insane. And it's like I don't forget. It's like a couple $1,000, I think.
Yeah. I mean, that's
Yeah.
an iPhone, so
Yeah, I guess so.
Hmm.
That is true.
Yeah.
I would like one that has a bigger screen.
Verizon has
like,
it.
because like the tablets that have been announced so far, like the Razer Edge and like the Logitech G Cloud, the screens are about the same size as like a big phone. You know, so if they actually came out with one that was like a bigger screen, not like an iPad size,
well,
but like
then what you need to get is a foldable phone so you can make your screen big and small whenever you want.
Have y'all seen Jez's reviews and stuff of his was it Surface Duo?
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
phone, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
So Microsoft still technically makes a phone, but it's
Mhm.
Android based, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
And they
Windows.
don't support it as well as they probably could, but that could
Yeah.
change. with this.
Now that they're going with a mobile store. Yeah.
That
thing looks pretty sick.
Windows Phone's coming back, folks.
You can see how all their icons and stuff are changing on Windows desktop. If you like updated the most recent Windows 11, they changed Task Manager, so now all your icons are on the left. They're making it look more like a mobile layout.
I can't update my PC to Windows 11.
Yeah, it's too old.
It's not too old. It's just like weird shit like going on with the settings, man. Like I like.
So yeah, you have to go into the BIOS and turn something.
I did all that stuff, and then like there was another barrier. Like I got past the first barrier. I took care of that. I did all the BIOS stuff, read all the instructions, did everything. It all was checking off, and then like it came off to the fact that I can't because of something with my hard drives. I have to repartition and like completely reinstall Windows and shit. Like
because your partition is probably not big enough for the new Windows 11.
I don't know exactly what's going on with it, but like I have to something to do with it the way it was installed originally. Like,
well,
I have to wipe my hard drive. I have to wipe my hard drive and
repartition. Just get a new hard drive and just partition the new hard drive.
It's something with the way my hard drive is formatted. Is why it said I can't do it, and it has to be formatted differently.
Yeah, just get a new hard drive.
Yeah,
format it, partition it, and then just transfer everything from the old to the new.
Mav doesn't even like turn off his PC.
I don't know how. I don't know how to do that, Psychonauts. You make it sound so easy. I don't know how.
All right. Well, we should have done that when I was over.
Psycho. He just found out.
That's true.
Streaming his console to his phone outside of his home. For God's sakes, man!
Shut up, old man.
Yeah, give him a minute to breathe.
I was even ahead of you in that market, and I'm not tech,
Grandpa. You know some things, Grandpa. Okay, whatever.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
I'm just going to stay on Windows 10 for a bit longer.
I'm rocking Windows
let you
XP.
guys do the beta test for Windows 11.
Are you really still on XP?
No, fuck no.
Oh, okay.
No. I upgraded Windows 7.
I was like, isn't it like
a security problem? They don't even support it.
Yeah, it's like, is it against the law to still run Windows XP or something?
Unless you're the Nintendo Switch, then no, it's not.
That's right.
Wow.
So, wow, we've been going on for 2
it's winter time. Make sure you turn on your Windows XP.
My Surface still gives me warnings about Y2K.
Well, everybody, I was gonna have an Ultimate BS segment, but this entire show has ended up turning into Ultimate BS.
Pretty much,
segment.
yes.
Yeah. So.
Ham, what'd you do? You showed up and the entire show turns into BS, man. Come on.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but that's literally one of the names of my shows, and that's the name of the show that I had earlier today. Was called Bullshit, and that's all we do is sit around, talk about games, and just bullshit.
And that's why I said it, brother. That's why I said it.
I'm happy to bring my flavor to your show.
For real,
yeah, usually this happens towards the end.
Yeah, I love like this one thing about Ultimate that I love like so much is that we just
Micah, a show about nothing. Jesus,
we're
Micah.
literally talking about like cars for like 30 minutes.
Give us a little credit, Micah.
Is this Seinfeld? All of a sudden, if you're gonna compare us to Seinfeld, you know we're in good company. You know, no soup for you.
Yeah, oh, speaking that soup Nazi. So funny story. The soup Nazi from the Seinfeld.
We're
talking about Seinfeld.
Jasper,
he's
Jasper
your roommate.
Wasn't born yet.
No, so my mother and father, their best friend.
Here we go.
Her husband used to know the soup Nazi from New York.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I think I've got more degrees to Kevin Bacon than that.
So, mom and pop's best friend, her husband knows the soup Nazi guy, and he actually has made soups for work there in New York or something. So I tried one of his. I just tried his baked potato soup the other day. It was fucking delicious.
So
that's all.
You ate soup from a Nazi. You ate Nazi soup.
No, don't spread that fucking around. Don't start that. We don't need that going around fucking Twitter.
All I know about Jerry Seinfeld is he's the dude that goes, so how about that airplane food or whatever? It's like his shitty jokes like that.
What's up with this airplane?
You haven't watched any episodes of Seinfeld, Jasper?
No.
Oh my God. Wow.
Kramer's the best.
You are uncultured, my friend.
Did you ever watch Cheers, Jasper?
No.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my
Yeah,
god!
holy shit.
Wow.
Frazier.
There's one person that didn't know his name.
Yep. Wow. I feel sorry for kids.
Yeah, they don't really sitcoms.
Sitcoms. We had all the sitcoms.
Sitcoms were
all
great, man.
Yes.
Your
Darman
The
Greg.
family, and it was a family thing.
King of Queens was like one of our favorites. Roseanne back in the day, like was
Yeah,
great.
Roseanne back in the day was huge.
Yeah.
Oh, that was classic. Shit.
Married with Children.
Yeah, that shit can't fly nowadays. The
Yeah,
shit Al Bundy was saying.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
That was when we had culture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
People had thick skin. They weren't crying like, "Oh my god, you make fun of me."
Yeah, like Family Matters and all the family shows like TGIF stuff that came on TGIF. You know, great.
I find those shows kind of boring.
Cosby was the shit. I love fucking
Cosby was dope. I loved Cosby.
It was fucking awesome.
We had the best cop shows, Hill Street Blues. We had Shield,
21 Jump Street.
21 Jump Street. God, man, we had it all.
Yeah, Star Trek
Satan
TNG
Almost
from
Fired.
the 90s. My God.
Yes, I agree with you,
Yeah.
Jasper. You know that. So I watched all the Next Generation. I know.
Yeah, Next Generation was fire.
Deep Space.
I still like the
Nine.
old one. I still like Kirk, but Next Generation was fun for sure. Love that. Used to watch it every night.
I still can't believe Jasper hasn't seen any of those shows.
I know.
I still hate Voyager to this day, though.
Yeah, Voyager.
Yeah.
I don't rock with that. Deep Space Nine was kind of mid. It was okay.
Yeah.
Too many bar scenes. I was good on that.
There was just a space station. It was
Voyager kind of grew on me because it felt more like TNG because each week was kind of a different episode, whereas Deep Space Nine was just like back on the space station this week. I don't know.
But it's hard.
It was really displeasing looking at those asshead dudes. The guys that had like that ass like way on top of their head with the big ass like goblin ears.
Asshead guys. Yeah, they
Ferengi.
shit
That
out
was
of the back
something.
of their head too. You probably didn't know that.
Oh man, I didn't.
General Spartan says my father always called King of Queens Doug and Carrie. That's great.
That's funny.
Dude. If y'all want to know like a glimpse, like at what the home life is like with me and Kate, personality wise, everything, 100,000,000% is fucking King of Queens. I'm the idiot, big oaf motherfucker, and Kate knows everything, right? And it's like
Even when she's wrong.
It's like,
oh, sorry.
You know, like Doug married up. I did too, obviously. You know what I mean? Like, so. Like,
thank God neither one of your dads are living with you though. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we don't have it.
They live across the street.
We don't have
across the street.
We don't have a senile old man in the basement. Okay, that's it. That's the main difference. That's the main difference, right? But yeah, that was great, man. That's one of our favorites for sure. Wow. Okay. Well, Ultimate BS has been fun. And you know, I think
a couple hours of it.
You know, there's a million things we could have talked about, but like I had fun this episode. So
I think that's where my parents got my first name from as friends.
Really? From Chandler?
Hey, Jasper.
Yeah.
Jasper.
So they named you after the addict. Okay.
I guess. I don't know. I never watched the show.
Wow.
Makes sense. I'm just kidding.
What's a great name for our child?
They didn't name you Ross. They didn't name you Joey. They named you Chandler. Okay. I'm just saying, you know. It's all right. Chandler.
All I know about that is he was apparently the funny one. That's all I got out of that show.
He was funny.
So,
yeah, Matthew Perry is great.
Yeah.
Oh, Matthew Perry was
fantastic.
Yes.
Unless his bromance with Joey, that was, you know.
He was Chandler. He was always great on that show. He had little weird times, you know, off and on because he was dealing with some abuse problems, right?
Did he have the capuchin monkey, or was that Ross?
That was Ross.
That was Ross.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are Rachel and Ross ever gonna hook up again? You guys think?
No.
Just one more time.
One more time.
No.
Jasper's like, who the fuck is that? All right. Everybody, it's been awesome hanging out tonight on Xbox Ultimate Podcast. Chat, you rock. We had a little bit of gaming discussion with COD and stuff. Some things going on. But I want to know where everybody can find this awesome guest that we've had. Thanks for hanging out tonight, Ham. It was a great pleasure again. And again, keep up all the great work that you do, all those interviews. You put out a video the other day, like some of the responses that we all had to the same question when you said like, what is gaming in like 3 words? And we all said it. That was great, dude. I like seeing everybody's different responses for sure. And just keep it up, man. You're doing great things over there. I like what your vision is for what your channel is, and much respect. So tell everybody about it again, and where can they find you?
So you can find me on G4. No, I'm just clearly you can't find nobody there. but no, you can find me on TSWS Gaming on YouTube. We do 3 shows a week. I do 2 behind them 6 episodes with various people all around the world. I've had episodes with John Linneman from Digital Foundry, Mav here, Pong here, Still Rain. I've had Mr. Boom. I had one really interesting episode with Jerry Hook, which he is one of the lead designers of Halo Infinite, which he now has his own studio called Jar Sparks, where he's has a studio under NetEase. And I thought at first he was thinking of making something mobile, but he said he's actually they're going to make some console games over there. So I talk to all different types of people, whether they're developers or just your average gamer, whether they make content or not is just whatever. But I've been doing a little bit more streaming as of lately. Recently beat Scorn. I have 2 different parts on there because I played them like all through pretty much, like, so I have like half of the game in one stream and half in the other half in the other. That was awesome. Played some Midnight Club Dub Edition on stream, Blitz the League 2. Definitely going to be playing some more games on stream as well. As for next week, I have this dude named Marceau coming on. He is one of the best outrun players in the world. So that's his name is the Master System Marceau. And then on Thursday, I got Mag, middle-aged gamer guy, coming through. So if you guys want to learn something new, you're guaranteed to learn something new on my podcast, because I dig pretty deep in people's past.
Hey, Ham, please tell me you make and Meg wear his pony outfit on your show.
Ooh, what a great idea.
Please.
That's a fantastic idea. But if any of you guys want to go check out some of the episodes and all the different people I talked to, definitely check out the link. I put it in the chat. See all the people that I've talked to throughout the past and see who's coming up soon. Thank you so much, Mav, for giving me the opportunity and the platform to speak on your podcast.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you, dude. Anytime, I'll hit you back up in the future if you'd like to come back on one of our shows as well, bro. Great stuff as always. And shout out to Tony Grasso, member for 13 months. Just like to say thanks for the show, guys. Enjoy your night. And yeah, everybody, appreciate you in the chat. You guys rock. And again, technical difficulties to start the show tonight. I was already late to begin with, and then the YouTube just didn't start connect to the streaming platform for some reason, so I had to make a whole new stream. So, but thanks everybody for finding it and finding your way here. Jasper,
Matt, did you know you could stream YouTube from your phone too?
Yeah, I know. Well, I know you can.
I'm just trolling now.
It's not something I ever think to do. I would y'all like spend a day in the life of Mav and I just like stream live from my phone and just like take you everywhere with me? And yeah,
not everywhere.
I mean, not every. I'll put my phone. I'll leave my phone in the other room, unlike usual when I go to the bathroom.
Yeah, and then here comes Kaylee. She'll steal your phone and hijack your show.
Jasper, where can everybody find you? Bro?
Lord Jasper on Twitter, Lord Master Jasper on YouTube. I'm gonna try to be finishing up the Modern Warfare 2 campaign tonight on Veteran. So like maybe 30 minutes after the show ends, I'll start streaming that. So check that out if you want to watch that. And FSP is Monday nights at 9 or 10 o'clock here on the Fun Speculation channel with Fuzzy, 3-Bit, Psycho, all them guys. And then it's back Friday night, Xbox Ultimate, 9 p.m. Eastern.
Right on, dude. Check out Jasper's good gameplay. I'll be streaming as well. We'll have a stream battle, and we'll see. It'll probably be finished actually by the time I go live here. Psycho.
Yes,
what about you, man? The mellow fellow. Great stuff tonight as always. Where can people find you?
We had some great topic, great talks tonight.
There was one topic I feel like we just kind of wandered. I didn't have any notes. I sat in this chair and then just dealt with technical difficulties for 30 minutes. I didn't have a chance to even do anything.
Hey, I mean, that's like any other show. So great show tonight, everybody. Ham Solo, it was honored to have you on tonight and guest with you.
Thank you.
It was great topics. Chat, you're always on fire. Thanks for coming out tonight. And everywhere you can check me out, social media, PsychonautsAid, Mondays at 10 o'clock, FSP, almost said FPS, FSP. And today, Fridays, we can do 9 o'clock on Altbex. Oh my God. Xbox Ultimate. Fucking game speak. Fuck.
Xbox Ultimate.
Xbox. For a second there, Mav, I thought that was a fleshlight next to you, but it's your water bottle.
It's a, what is that workout thing again?
Shake weight?
Oh, shake weight.
Shake weight. Pong Soul, the encyclopedia of every fucking game ever made. Where can all these people find you?
Well, you guys all know. You guys have memorized it by now. Listen, Friday night, it was fantastic. Ham, awesome to have you on here again, brother. Glad to see you in here, man. Always love your takes and opinions, and I'm glad you brought the BS with you tonight as well, because that's what we do.
Always.
That's what we
always
do.
rough.
So it's great, man. No, definitely pleasure to have you on, man, and thanks for taking the time to be here. Brothers, you know what it is. Awesome night on Friday night. And chat, you guys are all amazing. In fact, got another $5 super chat from Vik The CLiCK. Shouting out amazing episode, guys. Now time to drink and game. Take care. That's right, Vic. You get your party on, brother. I appreciate you being in here. But everybody else who joined us, as always, thank you for supporting our shows. No matter where it is, no matter what time it is, we appreciate all of you. Nothing but love and respect. You can find me tomorrow morning. Get those alarms ready. Me and Steel are going to be rocking and rolling. 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central Time, 3 p.m. BST time. That's right, living split screen. And you know we got a lot to cover tomorrow, because you do get BS with me and Steel, but you get a lot of news. So we're going to be 3+ hours tomorrow morning. Be there. Love to see you all. Tell a friend, bring a friend. And then otherwise tomorrow night, the Shop podcast with PTK Blam over on his channel. And of course, my fellow brother right here, Fuzzy Belvedere, and myself. And we will be rocking and rolling 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 o'clock Central Time. So be there. The best way to end your Saturday night. Bring your questions. If we got time, you guys can call the shots, because PTK lets you pick out the topics. So be there tomorrow night, the Shop podcast. And then otherwise, next week, you know what it is. If I can make Xbox Factor, I will. Otherwise, you still got to be there, because Double Barrel Gaming is the place to be. 5 days a week now with Mr. Boomstick. Starts 12 p.m. Eastern, 11 o'clock Central Time, every Tuesday. All Good Things Green, the Xbox Factor podcast. And then, of course, Thursday night. That's right, Thursday night. Mark this on your calendar. You're all going to be there anyways, because it's PM in the PM. It's Pong and Mav in the PM on Thursdays, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 o'clock Central Time. But next week, we have royalty in the house. That's right. King David, Iron Lord's podcast, is going to be spending his time with me and Mav next Thursday night. You're not going to want to miss it. You know, no matter what, if no news happens next week, it's still going to be entertaining as hell on Thursday night. So be there with me and Mav and King David. And if you missed last night's episode and you want to hear more about the technical stuff about, you know, Gotham Knights and the Series S, listen, 3-Bit jumped on with us last night. Brother from another 3-Bit jumped on. We had a great show. The first 2 hours, well, actually the whole entire show was 3 hours, flew by like it was crazy. We were just gabbing nonstop. But 3-Bit brought a bunch of his knowledge last night. So go check that one out too. And then, of course, I'll be back here next Friday night, of course, for Xbox Ultimate. Otherwise, it is the golden age of gaming, people. Again, get out here and enjoy it. There's so many games right now. So many games. It's ridiculous. No matter what system you're playing on, you're going to have a good time. Play what you love what you play. Have a fantastic weekend, and I will talk to you all real soon.
Right on, man. Thanks as always, Pong Soul. Now, the one that was silent without knowing it for a half an hour on the show earlier today. Fuzzy, thanks for being here as always and everything you do for us, man. Tell everybody where they can find you as well.
Well, I want to make sure, my mic is not on mute now. But it was awesome having you on here, Ham Solo, man. Great being on the podcast with you.
Is he there?
Yeah, but man,
I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it.
But for all of you guys, it's always fun being on here, even when we go left, turn right, wherever we go. It's always a good time having a conversation with you guys and everyone in the chat that came out to check us out. For those that just want to hear my ramblings on anything gaming related, just follow me on Twitter at fuzzy_Belvedere. Like Pong said, catch me on the Shop podcast tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern time on PTK Blam's channel. The Xbox lunch break special on 12 p.m. Monday on Double Barrel Gaming with Mr. Boomstick. On Monday evening, like Jasper was saying, 10 p.m. Eastern time on FSP right here on Fun Speculations channel. And then Breakfast with Boom, 10 a.m. on Double Barrel Gaming on Friday. And then right back here with the family on Xbox Ultimate on Fun Speculations channel at 9 p.m. Eastern. Look forward to it.
Right on. Thanks again, Fuzz, and thanks again, chat. You guys rock. Again, like these guys said, Mondays FSP 10 p.m. Eastern, Thursdays 7 p.m. Eastern, PM in the PM. King David's coming this week. Fridays Xbox Ultimate 9 p.m. Eastern. Always here. Game streams when we can do co-streams. Any kind of vids or whatever nonsense we put up with on this channel. Appreciate it. You all have a good one. Take it easy. Go watch Jasper kill it with some COD. Peace.
Bye.